All right, just get a quick game in before FNCS. Quick game, maybe two. Nobody will notice, right? Nobody will notice. That's the thing. Nobody will actually notice. You just sneak a quick game in there. I don't think anybody will kind of see it happening. What's up, Zen? How you doing? I'm not playing a game of Fortnite. Not me. Oh, Thunder Pump. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's up, Walt? Nah, Walt. Shh. Don't even tell nobody about that, man. Yo, I was in rehearsal. I was in rehearsal for FNCS, and I bodied you, bro. But we won't even tell people. What's up, Shadow? What's up, Isaiah? Bro, I'm just gonna drop right here. Why not, bro? Nope. No one gave me the memo that we're not, you know? I'm not even worried about that. I need this most of all. And then we can grab this. Okay. Revolver. I thought that was a mammoth. Is that a mammoth? Yes, it is. Might as well just use this real quick. Might as well. Is it me or am I excited? I'm excited. You guys ready for FNCS? I didn't watch you broadcast. Yo, FNCS. The broadcast was absolutely insane. It was absolutely insane. Where did this guy go? I heard it, but I don't see him. Oh, I missed that. I'm just trying to see where they're at right now. What's up, semis? Yo, we're doing a thing right now. We're doing a thing. When I start talking about predictions, right? When I start talking about predictions, we're gonna host the competition. If anybody goes 5 out of 5, you win prize. You win a prize. When we start talking about predictions. Oh my god, get sat on, bro. Okay. What's good, guys? What's good? You guys ready for a good day? Good day of the FNCS broadcast. Okay. Do need some other type of heals, but we just, you know, we gotta get them. I'm gonna take that. Okay, we got some fun weapons going down, bro. Which semis are watching? What do you mean which semis are we watching? NA semis. We're watching upper bracket. Yo, Skib, I commentated EU, so I'm commentating EU tomorrow, and then literally in minutes. We're also going to go over predictions. Who do I think are going to get game wins? Oh my god, this pistol is so great. Crack. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna run away a little bit, get the reload in. What about predictions, Jordan? If anybody in here gets 5 out of 5 predictions, you win a big prize. Oh, I did not mean to do that, bro. Where did this guy go? Oh my god. I didn't mean to freaking build. What? What? Times 2? Oh my god, sat on again, bro. Oh, come on. Where's my team? Come on, guys. Get this reboot. Come on, Jay. Come on. Come on. Box out. Box out and get me. Build out and get me, bro. You're literally doing nothing. But what is... Yo, I don't know what a token is. I don't know what a token is, and I'm definitely not good enough. Like, I don't go to no Chuck E. Cheese and get no tokens, bro. I don't know what a token is. You know? What's up, Walt? What's up, Walt? If anybody actually wants to get in a lobby, maybe we could play some, one more. Do I have time for one more? 41. When does the Fortnite stream start? Is there a countdown timer yet for Fortnite? Dude, of course, Isaiah, bro. Of course, Isaiah. Oh, I'm just kidding, Isaiah. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Literally just one game, though. Literally just one game. So how do we predict? The best way is I'm going to have like an open timer period where I'm talking about it. You can only predict once, and once the timer ends, that's it, right? And then I'll have your messages saved in the Twitch chat. Like if I go and click like Kyle's name there, for example, I could check his Twitch messages. I could scroll all the way up and I could see literally the time that he sent a message. And this is like, for example, Isaiah's, for example. I'll pull up. Oh, can't pull it up on this one. I'll pull up this, for example, and you see Isaiah's. Go to 9. It looks 9,000 messages, and I can see when Isaiah typed, the time he typed it, and we can kind of go for there. Exactly. I just want to pay attention to upper bracket. Seeing from team. Yeah, well, I'm only watching upper bracket today. Yeah, I'll explain the format and everything. So the format. Hold on, where's Isaiah? Let me get Isaiah in here. I don't think anybody else said anything. Did anybody else say anything? What's up, Lucifer? Okay, so the way the format works is today, you had it mostly right. You had it mostly right. Today you got 50 duos in the upper bracket. 5 teams go to grand finals. Top 6 through 25 get into upper bracket tomorrow, which is 20 teams. Top 1 through 30 on the lower bracket team get into upper bracket round 1. Everybody else plays in lower bracket round 2. So this is tomorrow now, right? So tomorrow it's kind of the same thing, except is where days and seasons can end. That's where tomorrow it's the same thing. 5 teams go directly into the grand finals. And then from there, the same of 6 through 25 go into upper bracket round 3 the next day. 1 through 30 from lower bracket goes into the upper bracket for the next day. And then everybody else is eliminated. Except for I'm forgetting. And then from 31st through 50, go to lower bracket round 3. Everybody else gets eliminated. Because then tomorrow, it'll be top 25 from upper bracket and then top 15 from lower bracket. So, to me, there's just a lot at stake today to determine your future. I think today is more important than tomorrow. But, you know. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play a game of Reload, to be honest. What we should do is... I'll put on one of these real quick. I'll put on one of these for like 2 minutes. I probably shouldn't because I have everything right here. Zen, okay. Who has this hidden matchmaking delay? What is this hidden matchmaking delay and who has it on? Is that a console thing? Actually, you know what's more fun than this? More fun and frustrating all at the same time? There we go. Hidden matchmaking delay. I'll never get stream sniped because I'm not good enough. So I'm never gonna get stream sniped. Not good enough, not known enough. So no stream snipe coming out. We got a preview right here of the drop map that's supposed to go down. The drop map. And right now, I was actually talking about this during EU. This is probably an ugly looking drop map. Like, what is this all in the middle? I know there's new loot there. There is new loot, but ugh. Hopefully there were some changes. What about the music? I need to find a copyright-free playlist that's super copyright-free because I keep getting like tagged and stuff. About, oh, you gotten this in your VOD. Why is this guy just already in my build? I just really got beat up right now. Good side though. Okay, I'm not running this guy. Oh. Dude, how many times can I get somebody weak? Come on, bro. I'm not even meaning to do that, bro. Get me out of the box. This game mode just makes me so happy and sad all at the same time. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm somehow alive! What the heck? Why does he get through the floor again? How did I even live? Okay, hit everybody with that. You just gotta reset the published VOD strike box. What does that mean? But like, I like to publish my VODs. Then that defeats the purpose of publishing a VOD, no? Okay, there we go. What kind of World Star player is making it now? Okay, there we go. That was the World Star play we were looking for. I'm basically a professional gamer here. I'm basically a professional gamer here. That's what's going through my mind right now. I try to get him back, bro. Fortnite's hard. It's one of the hardest games, dude. One of the hardest games you'll play. Look, I'm not even... Oh, I missed. I choked that. Got him, though. That's what matters, right? Oh, that was nice until I died. Dude, I gotta hold up. I gotta take my mouse up wireless. Hold on. But I have friends who have the music on stream, but they're not on the VOD. Yeah, I've never set that up on mine. I feel like if I search it up, maybe I can figure it out. How did I take shield and HP damage? I'm not even paying attention. Trap some of these guys, but my aim is as good as Viper's, bro. You got the connection, I'm sure. I mean, if you want, I just not trying to pay, I guess, a buttload for him. Oh, what the heck? Why is this guy like on me, like white on rice right now? Who is that? This guy's on me like white on rice. I got hit with a strike and I have no kind of channel at all. Yeah, that's why I didn't like get a strike, but it was like, you got copyright music. And I was like, oh, okay. Dude, I can't do this type of thing. What? Oh my god. This guy hit me into no man's land, bro. I gotta start using my freaking, my fizz. Not my fizz, this thing. Oh man, I almost did it. Oh my god, this is so chaotic. I should just start playing to stay alive, I guess. Of course, scored. I'm closing out of Fortnite forever in my life. Forever in my life. Oh my NZXT cam. Oh well, no. No, you're not getting a PS5, bro. You're not getting a PS5. Maybe if we get 10 out of 10 correct in grand finals, that would be sick. That would be sick. That would be sick, man. All right. All right, cool. Now we got the broadcast on in the background. This is just like listening to Levin's voice right now. This is just as good as music. All right. Right now, we're going to be looking at predictions. Now that the stream is starting, 5 out of 5 game winners. And all you have to do from right now until I cut it off, you only get one pick. If you post multiple times, I'm only going with your recent pick. All right. Hold on, let me make a tweet first. Let me make a tweet. I'm just gonna copy paste. But originally we're gonna land Reckless. Let me just copy paste this. So that's just dumb. They're contested land, cold land as well. So we decided, restored. It's mid map, great like mobility with the rings. So we decided, we'll land there. And honestly, no disrespect, I feel like. All right, cool. We made a tweet. Predictions game. All right. So what are we doing here? You guys can do your own list. You guys can do your own list, but you got to submit it in chat. Where do we go to predict? You just submit your game winners, not top 5, even though, I mean, as you look at the leaderboard, it'll be it. Game winners. All right, so like this.
He's from OC as well, so he kind of like knows what it's like to come to NA. I'd say also like Ritual.
And there's only 5 games, so it's basically,
kind of friendly to,
you know.
I don't know. Yeah. And then Ages, Yapko as well has been pretty cool. Quanti, just like those boys.
100%. I want to know then. You know, you guys obviously are newer to the region.
They have to be in order? No, they do not. But if you tie and somebody gets them in order, I'll probably go for the person who gets them in order.
So we didn't really
qualify,
like for the duo cash cup at the start, but then once we kind of gained confidence and we realized, like, you know what, we're actually good.
You haven't until it starts, so there's plenty of time here. There's plenty of time. How do we predict? I don't understand that. You just predict. So like right now, if I was this is just an example actually. Let me give an example. Hold up. And we could do this now because it's not in chat. So let's just pretend I'm you, Shadow. Let's just say I do this.
I'll see you at Globals, man. I'll see you at Globals.
See you at Globals, broski.
Something like that. So then you can be, I'd be like, oh, okay, Peter Bot, Reed, Yapko, Oliver, Taki. The order you put them in is the order I'm thinking the game winners. And like I said, if you put multiple predictions in the chat, I'm going to be just going for your most recent one. And if you're wondering, like, okay, how is he going to figure out who wins this? How is he going to figure out? So it's easy. I just go to my chat right here. I would go to Swayze. I would pull this up, look at his messages, and kind of go from there. And I can see that he posted at 4:55 my time. Easy. Easy peasy chicken squeezy. My game winners, though. Ooh, game 1. We're going to go game 1. Clicks and Veno, game 1 win. They failed me yesterday. They did good every single other time. They failed me yesterday. And I'm going for a game 1 Clicks and Veno win. Game 2. Peter Bot and Pollo. Game 3. Let me look around the map. I want to say Cooper and Kanata. But Duke and I'm actually impressed by Duke and Sphinx yesterday. Bolts and Rapid isn't a team though, Kyle. Just want to let you know that. It's Bryce and Bolts. Rapid and Batman Booga. I would put Batman Booga in through consistency, but due to that triple contestation, I don't think they're going to be able to win a game from there. No Acorn and Cold today. Huh. Remember, we're going for game wins, not leaderboard. Man, Victor V and Paper were doing good yesterday. Oof. More loot over in the center of the map. Decent Jack. Visual and Braids. Okay, I can see Visual and Braids. Epic Well and Muzz. Okay, what's up, Jack? Jack, we winning a game today, bruh? Hold on. Jack is in the chat, guys. Are we winning a game today, bruh? Okay, here we go. If I'm not QuadCon, I'll be there. Oh, my man. Okay, here we go. Who else is uncontested? Bryce and Bolts, Reet and Ritual. Taste and Yamzo. I might go on a flyer and just throw Duke and Sphinx in this because of how well they played in the cup. But I will say, on EU, thank you so much, Jack. We'll be rooting you on. On EU, we had a lot of North zones today. Muzz and Epic Whale as a team, I think, had to do it. With Clicks and Veno gone game 1, Trashy and Threats or Baka and Pars might go down there. You guys have 2 minutes, by the way, to lock in predictions. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes as well. Oh, dude, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going against the curve right here. We got him. We got him right now. FNCS is about to start. And we got our predictions. Reet, Retro, V, Booga, Wildcard, Yapko, Quanti, Kishro. Okay, we throwing some wild cards in there. Orteca, Paco, Tasty Amzo, Cooper, Kanata, Clicks and Beno, Peterbot, and Poyo. Got about 60 or so seconds.
What's going on, Fortnite?
Brother Zeke!
To the FNCS.
That's the cousin Zeke.
See all of you guys again. Come on in, come on in.
You guys like this? Bro, this is me behind the scenes, by the way. When Frankie's opening up the show, I'm getting hyped.
Here in the FNCS semifinals.
Sometimes I do the robot.
Players will be battling in the upper bracket and the lower bracket, both happening at the same time.
You know what I'm saying? But I usually have a green screen behind me, so it's like I got like this much space. I can't really move around too much because there's a green screen behind me, and I'm just like I'm crunched, bro. I'm crunched. You know when you open up a bag of chips and there's all that air and all the chips are at the bottom in that small space, and you wonder why did I buy this bag of chips for all of it to be air?
Shout out to Zeke. Yeah, I mean semifinals is here.
Okay, sorry, we were getting off subject right now. Where were we at? Where were we at? Where are we at?
We've got grand finals. I mean, those slots.
Got a chest boy in the back of you today. You know what I'm saying? That was some god loot in the back. All right, predictions are cut off. Predictions are cut off. We got a few good predictions here.
The semifinals, especially the upper bracket, we are going to have the set lobbies from the top 50 duos that earn series points over the first 2 qualifiers. So I love to just see.
Okay. I'm reading some of you guys' thoughts right now. Peter Poy, Cooper Kanata, V, Booga, Veno, Yapko, Quanti. Okay.
Yeah, don't spoil the fun. Okay, Kelly, there's a couple things we definitely want to talk about. But first, guess what, everybody? We have a very
my predicts good. I think everybody got some good fair predictions.
One of the community's most favorite people of all time. No, it's not Vivid. It's actually Aussie Antics.
Oh! We had him on EU.
That is an intro. How's it going, Zeke? I'm doing very well, mate.
Bro, it's great to see you.
Hold up.
Welcome to the FNCS.
I'm trying to be a part of the broadcast too. Hold up. Can I fit here, Ozzy? Can I scoot in? Can I scoot in? All right, cool. I can scoot in. They said I could scoot in, guys. Okay.
Never been higher for the players.
Zeke.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
true.
I've been enjoying it. It's big. Last 10 spots up for LAN, and I mean, there's a lot of people focusing on it. We've obviously talked a bunch about all the players coming over to NA, thinking it was going to be easier. Now they've been met with probably one of the hardest lobbies I think we've ever seen.
I'm saying, Ozzy's right.
I'm super excited.
Ozzy's right.
Oh, honestly, I'm happy that you.
Vivid's turn. Vivid's turn.
Tossed me a little layup right there because I was just gonna ask you, how do you feel about all of those regional swaps, right? I mean, EU players moving over here, Middle East players moving over there. Everything is going crazy.
Vivid has a point.
I mean, yeah, it's been exciting to watch.
I think it's a coincidence because I wore black today. I wore black today.
But I will say I was very early on calling the Mr. Savage mongrel move. Savage was talking on stream like, you know, I've got something big planned next year. It's going to be really exciting. And I was like, there's no way they're doing it. We've been waiting for a big team to do it.
Okay.
And he was the last one to announce it. Like 8 other players moved before him. Everyone moved over and Savage and Mongrel announced at the end. And it was like, oh, cool. Another team. By that point, it was like everyone had already done it.
Okay. He says you're last. They said Mongrel and Savage at that point. They were just hopping trends by coming over. By the way, I broke it down.
In fact, you've actually been very involved in EWC, especially the qualifiers that just happened. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we just had the last online qualifiers for the EWC. In case anyone's watching doesn't know, the Esports World Cup is going to be a $1 million LAN event taking place in Riyadh next month. It's going to be taking place on the 8th.
Yep.
2 spots up for grabs on NA and 2 spots for EU. We had some on the smaller regions as well, and it was a bunch of craziness breaking down. We had DreamHack Dallas, where it was in Dallas on NA, and again, similar to FNCS right now, 4 of the 6 spots went to EU teams. So
Yep.
NA kind of had to represent, and X had
Yep.
some crazy roster swaps, so it was very exciting.
It's true. That's true, Kyle.
I've been following.
So is Vivid.
Absolutely insane.
So is this
maybe
guy.
there's, like,
This
fans that are
guy.
watching
This
that are
guy.
like, dude, what are you talking about? Does that mean it's like more battle royale?
But
It's
then we're
not
just gonna
that.
go
Can
get
you maybe
him.
explain to the fans what it is these guys are
Yep.
playing?
What's EWC
Yeah, sure. So it's
Esports
creative
World
tournament,
Cup?
4v4 game mode. There is 3 different maps. There is capture the
Yeah,
flag and
it
hardpoint,
is
which
creative
you play from
tournaments.
qualifiers,
It's
and
true.
you're adding a third kind of oddball style game.
Remember, as this is going on, the lower bracket is going on at the same time.
Game modes, but yeah, it's a creative tournament. It's not battle royale. It's not 100 different players. It's just 4v4s on small maps made in creative, and it's super fun to watch.
All right, so you're giving us the facts, right? What exactly are the game modes? Now I need an opinion out of you, Ozzy.
Okay.
How do you like these game modes? How do you like how they play out?
Dude, it does line up on them. Do you think they're using the same screen? Do you think it's a green screen then? Or do you think they all got the same background picture to put up?
Game mode, like, I don't know, we've never really seen this before, but it's been crazy, and it's still got all of the best players. Again,
Yeah.
like Falcons team has been the best team so far. It's full of like Tayson, Teeny,
Yeah.
players you're used to seeing, and you're seeing them in a completely different format. It's been really, really cool, but it's also been a different change, and it kind of is.
Oh, so we were there first, so then they probably I probably left my trash there. I gotta put on my headset or my fan. Hold on.
Esports setting, and they still dominate.
I love that you bring up the Falcons because that leads into my next question is which team do you think is the most dominant? I'm guessing you're going to pick Falcons, the team that
I
won
forgot.
dominant.
Not only got to put on my fan, it's my championship right now. So if you guys are wondering, if you guys are sitting at home wondering what these duos are actually fighting for, these duos are fighting for a chance to face me one-on-one in the ring for my Fortnite World Heavyweight Championship. That's what this major is for. Oh yeah, maybe some global championship spots too for the top 10. But the number 1 duo will then have to play each other 1v1, and the winner of that then goes against me one-on-one for the Fortnite World Heavyweight Championship, just in case you guys are wondering. So, I don't know who you guys are predicting to win grand finals, but at the end of the day, you're predicting them to go one-on-one with the great one.
Anybody you're excited to see perform here in NA?
That's all I got to say.
I mean, I'm always
Yo, thank you so much. Who cares? I actually loved the games on EU. I didn't like the way some of them ended. I didn't necessarily like the way kind of some of them in the middle. Yo, Zen, you missed the predictions, brother.
I really hope they bring it home.
You're supposed to give your top
Ozzy, it
5.
is so good catching up with you and great to see you again. Fortnite fam, listen to me. If you don't know who Ozzy is for some strange reason, this guy's amazing. He does watch parties. He's gonna tank a fish. His choices on anime are really bad, but that's okay.
I did have the
Ozzy,
chest.
Where can they follow you, please?
Yeah, I mean, Aussie Antics on all my socials as well. If you want.
Oh, you had to put carrots out?
Breaking down for the Esports World Cup, twitch.tv/EWC. They're going to be live from the 8th of next month for 3 days for all the event, $1 million LAN event. I will be there watching.
All right, Zen, you got 1 minute. Zen, you guys got 60. Zen, you got 60 seconds. I'll put the timer up right here. Zen is the only one, in case anybody else missed it as well. Zen, you got 60 seconds as soon as I hit go. 60 seconds to give me top 5 game winners. If you get them all correct today, you win a prize. Starting now.
Watch the stream, please. Just take time. Go do that. All right. Now, as we prepare,
You have 60 seconds. Post them in chat. That's all you have to do is post them in chat.
Right? Because again, we've been away for 3 weeks. I don't even know what Fortnite is anymore. That's not true. I kind of do. Why don't we start?
Metal
really
Gray,
easy.
open up the
What's
pass-through.
format like? So maybe you're tuning in. Maybe you don't know what's happening.
Does anybody actually know where that background is at?
Upper bracket and a lower bracket. Today and tomorrow, basically, if a duo gets a victory out, they're set. They're going right to grand finals. This weekend's done for them. Now, otherwise, players are looking to end in the upper top of this leaderboard.
Okay, you
today
did it
to
in like
stay in the
35
upper
seconds.
bracket.
Peter Bottom, Clicks, Spinner,
Otherwise,
Ritual,
they'll
Yams,
fall
Taste
to
of
the
Victor
lower
V.
bracket.
Paper.
And
Wow.
if they don't perform well enough to
Wow.
fight their way back
This
to the
is
upper bracket,
no, you are wrong, Kyle. Anybody else?
very, very, very important
Where is their
for
background
Sony. And
at?
again, the fact that we have 10 spots at the global championships in grand finals.
That's a good quiz right now.
It's gonna be a weekend, to say the least.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay. This is the same one we had on EU.
The gist of it is, though, if you do well, you're going.
It's probably just split between 3.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. It is obviously all about the victory royales today,
What do you mean,
but also
Shadow, you
so
won?
consistent. Make sure you're at least in the top 20, at least making it.
Looks
to
near
round 8.
fencing.
That's where
Ain't that the tunnel near
of all
Snooty?
hard
That's
work
100% the tunnel near
qualifying
Snooty.
Okay. So let's take a look at now the series point leaderboard. So this is a top 10. This is basically the top 10 duos right now as far as the series leaderboard is concerned.
Muzz and Trashy?
At the top, Clix and Veno, a duo we're used to seeing. And again, they've already won 3 games in the qualifiers, right? So if we look at
One of
today's
these
format,
does
Victory
not
Royale
belong.
automatically qualifies us. They've already done this before.
One of these does not
Maybe a
belong.
name that a lot of people are like, whoa, Venno Clix.
No,
How
it's
is that
not. What do you mean,
possible?
no, it's
Venno is,
not?
of course, one
That
of
is
the
100%
players
the
moving
tunnel
over
near
to NA,
Snooty.
Teaming up with Clix. And Kelly, this is something that we talked about all throughout Major number 2, the high ground for Clix. But I think we both kind of agree that so far this duo has definitely figured out something this major.
Oh, yeah,
especially when it comes
something.
to when and how
Something
they
was
can
wrong.
Yeah, we've seen them have great performances, obviously in qualifier 1, getting first place.
Why
this
does
week.
Clix look
They
worried
got
right there,
place
though?
In some of the most
You guys
recent
see
Cash
that?
Cups,
Does
they've
Clix look
performed really
worried?
well. But my biggest concern for this duo is how emotional they can be, and sometimes that works out so well for them because once they start getting on that positivity,
He's
and
trying to give that
they
smolder
just
look,
run
like
with
like
it. But
like
it's a
that.
double-edged sword where if something
Something like
really
that.
bad happens, it seems to snowball for them.
I can never tell if they're creating content or actually mad at each other because
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
like the same place. So
They
it's
own the region?
the same room, and I'm like,
I mean, I think they're gonna win first game. They're gonna get Forecast Tower, win game,
today.
move on with the rest of their
So we look at
weekend.
that top 10,
Clix has a
and there's
boxing match to
probably
prepare
two we
for.
didn't recognize that wasn't in that top 10. It's Peterbot and Poyo. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, these are defending FNCS champions, but they're not in the top 10. What happened?
Oh, they missed out on week 1.
Right, they won Major 2 very, very.
We missed out on week 1. Missed out on week 1.
Qualifier 1 round.
Yeah, by the way,
4, they did not make it to, so it was like, oh,
You guys
okay,
already
so
saw the
Peterbot
cut
won
yesterday,
one
but this
Major
thing's
2.
looking fire on the camera
And
now.
then qualifier 2 came around. They were playing pretty strong, and then the Cash
Bryce,
Cup that happened
Bolts.
yesterday, Kelly, I mean, winning 4 out of the 6 games. They won that. They're looking like they're back.
4
Back
back-to-back
like
wins
they
as well.
never
And
left.
it
We
was
saw that
really
yesterday. We
fun.
have a
Back-to-back
replay of one of those games
in
here.
second place
After
in game number
elimination,
2.
he has 8
Actually
so
went
far.
down to Bugha Innovations,
The eliminations,
but
it's
that was
him,
because
and that
we know
first
how
shot is in.
fast
Veno gets shut down with ease. Clix goes down as well. Back to back. Cooper falls. 3 straight eliminations. Quanti is doing his best to heal off. We saw the 5 different med kits. It started way early, though. That was one of their 5 victory. 4.
Round 4 in week 1 of the qualifiers.
Man, Bolts and Bryce. Nah, you already lost, bro.
They already proved themselves
How the
again,
replay
running it
system
back
you
out
use
in
work? What do you
first
mean? What
place in week
replay
number
system?
2, and obviously
The in-game one
performances in
or the
Cash
one I
Cups
use
speak
for the stream?
themselves. Peterbot and Poyo haven't gone anywhere. They were never gone to be.
'Cause I just use a stream deck.
And I don't think that we're only going to.
I just use a stream deck. I have multiple buttons like boom, 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 boom.
Okay, Kelly.
You know?
All right, Queen of
Just gonna do a lot of everything with this.
We'll see what happens in grand finals. But for now, the duo you saw there in second place on the series point leaderboard is Batman Bugha. and
Disqual-
Rapid.
Keystro.
These guys have really found
Keystro.
their groove. The
Keystro,
essence
are we
of
letting this
Keystro is,
slide?
Remember, we're looking to get a Victory Royale to auto qual.
Look at me.
Not managed to get
Look at
one
me.
this season.
Put your tough glasses on right now, Keystro. Put your tough glasses on right now. Are we letting this slide?
I don't think that will be much of a worry. But the crazy thing for me is that recently I feel like they've gained a lot of traction in terms of support from the community. Like I just keep seeing
Qualified. Ooh, you barely lucked through.
Batman, Bugha, and Rapid, they look so
Barely lucked through.
Yeah, let's start putting some respect.
Watching
on
you,
them.
buddy.
Second
I am
place in the
watching you,
series point
Buster.
leaderboard being very, very consistent throughout the qualifiers. That definitely deserves some respect.
I think the
Better not be
respect
lacking.
started rolling in during the global championships. They had a pretty good performance, and at that point, they were still
All
I would
right.
say unknown. They've been performing well for years now, but that's when they started to break into like the top 10, top 15, and then it's only been rolling for them. with
Okay,
just
come on now.
snowballing so hard for them. But
2
like
minutes
you
and
said, they
14
haven't
seconds.
won
We're under.
Victory
We're
Royale
about
yet,
2
and
minutes into the
some
game
of those
starting.
recent Cash Cups as well.
Come on, Battle Bus. Battle Bus right now. So like I'm behind the scenes, right? I'm behind the scenes. And the casters, like over there is the battle bus. So we kind of see it usually getting gassed up. Usually they like to clear the windows. The driver needs to be safe. So as the casters, we see all that going on, which is why we usually bring it into the game. So we know when the driver is actually stepping onto the bus. He's checked his tire pressure. He has a full tank. He has a clear windshield ahead. Fresh wheels to start the day. But obviously he recycles the window through each game, or the wheels through each game. So yeah, obviously same wheels. And the thing that the players don't necessarily tell them enough, and this is why you have to thank the bus driver, is he brings snacks, bro. The bus driver makes sure there's water, there's Gatorade, there's Powerade, there's, you know what I mean? There's stuff there for them to go ahead and be fueled up and ready to go. That's why you guys got to thank the bus driver. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that.
In comparison,
Yeah, they are in lowers, Kyle.
Seem to have gotten the better end of the deal. They placed 9th place in the Cash Cup finals recently, compared to Muzz and Epic Whale, who placed lower. But obviously, that is just a single Cash Cup. They'd only been a team, and there's extenuating circumstances. It's Muzz, it's Epic Whale. We have to expect them to do well. The amount of wins that these two players have between the two of them is astronomical, so I can only imagine that we're going to see a better performance out of them today.
That's right. Well, friends, it is that time. 5 games today.
You hear what she was saying?
We're looking to stay in the top half of
She was saying Trashy and Threats one up them yesterday, and Epic Whale Muzz now got something to prove.
Thank you so very much, Zeke, and that's right. I think Kelly hit a great point there.
Hey, what's up, Monster?
Teams that get the short end
MDF,
of the in these duo swap-ups.
Mountain Dew.
It's just a matter of fact. Whether you're in the upper bracket or the lower, there's going to be a lot to fight for. And one of those teams to look out for is going to be Trashy, of course. I think that's a team that played together in the past as well. They have previous experience. So this is some duos starting to
I don't know. I actually almost wanted to put Muzz and Epic Whale on one of my game winners today. I'll be honest. That's a secret. That's a secret between us. That's a secret between us.
That these players are taking on themselves with these last-minute switch-ups. So we'll see how it plays out because lobby number 1 is ready to roll.
Lobby 1, game 1. I don't know. I'll ask Taco. Don't worry.
Let's kick this weekend off.
I'll ask.
Fun. It's Friday and we have a lot of Fortnite action in front of us. Unfortunately,
To be honest, I didn't remember the team's numbers, so I wanted to name the first 5.
normal FNCS dates are concerned.
All right, so Mount Olympus standard. Already a fight at Grand Glacier with already one down. Who's landing at Grand Glacier? Hold up. I want to have this out so that way I can look at it every now and again. So that's Cam and Emisions versus Zeus and Creon down there.
No, a lot of this is really just going to be so dependent on how these zones actually choose.
The triple con.
If they're more northern focused zones.
Ocus Bucky. I really don't like how this is triple contested. But there's already free shields.
And now we're looking at them with a triple contested situation here at Grimgate. Bucky and Ocus.
Ooh, double combat ARs. This is no bueno. This is no bueno for Convict. Thing is you already see Batman, Booga, and Rapid. Look at the mini-map. You see Batman, Booga, and Rapid already going north, getting out of this spot. Batman, Booga, and Rapid know not to over-contest, overstay your welcome. There is a lot of loot towards the north side. Plus, even if they're uncontested, they still loot in that direction. They just have less loot to start off. I'm a little surprised it hasn't. They haven't fought, though.
This is going to be a scary contested area.
I didn't put Batman, Booga, and Rapid as a game winners solely because they're triple contested and they are going to have a late start, which means it's going to be a little bit harder for them to get Surge. I'm sorry, Zambra. I just wanted to include you without being unfair, you know?
This is definitely a scary team. Now, they've also mixed up their drop spot, right? They weren't landing here in the follow-up week, so this is a change.
They could have.
Happening from the gap time that we've had between the week qualifiers.
Yeah, Curve and Tyler.
So already we're seeing a new lane competition.
Ozone and Lawrence. Oh no, Curve and Tyler even switched up their drop spot because Curve and Tyler usually land at the back of Mount Olympus. Walker's surprise contested. I know M-Pen and Pump are landing in the back of the Underworld. So maybe they were the ones who got the elimination. Batman, Booga, and Rapid rotated on over. Yes, it was M-Pen Pump. Pilot and Flicks. Oh, no. Pilot, no. Pilot, no.
can to see if he can create an opening. Pilot will get an opportunity.
First knock.
to get
That's going to be
nothing
quickly
done
cleaned
here.
up.
Unfortunate circumstance. He'd
Flix is basically in a 2v1. He's trying to run away, create space. He headed out the top, and that's going to be his eventual demise.
From Pilot and Flix. Pilot has had issues with getting contested early.
Now, you don't contest Peterbot and Poyo because they won't split the loot. What's up, Cracks?
Ritual, who have been landing here consistent seasons in a row.
Miro and Pink.
That's right. And
Basically,
Ritual
Kanata and Cooper's old spot.
On the day, put the stamp on it. Ramiro in Pink is another team that is inside that top 5 overall series points.
A team that I can see is doing well this season, possibly qualifying for the Global Championship, but I'm not sure they make it in. And if you reference really, you know, Miro and Cooper to last season, and even Pink and Vico to last season, Pink and Vico specifically weren't getting in until day 3, or I think it was actually day 2, game 6, or game 5. Mongrel and Savage, they're starting in lower bracket. I would not be surprised if they don't make finals, but I also don't think they're going to do well in finals if they do. You know?
Oh, they're out of their running. I wouldn't count them out.
I would, heck yeah, I would love to work with Ozzy.
Has the highest caliber, the highest potential. And talking about Clix and Vino, let's jump in with them. Very standard for them to be playing very far apart.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at your list right now. The names.
Vino, no stranger,
Kylie.
off on his own, and of course utilizing his nitro.
I mean, some of those guys I wouldn't bet on them to get a win, but I also wouldn't be surprised to get them. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on them though. Who do you think is getting top 5? There's my predictions real quick.
Have to be cautious. Don't want to overpeak by any means. That friendly tag into his shield.
You gotta pause and clip that real quick. You can look at it. That's my current top 5.
Makes sense because Venom's the one rocking the purple hunter.
Yamzo and Tayson will win an FNCS based off consistency, not necessarily based off of, I guess, winning games.
We saw earlier today in EU, a lot of the mid-game action was just so dependent on whether or not players were actually able to take advantage of having that DMR in their hands, MDF, and I'm almost kind of expecting the same course of action to take place here in NA. You might see some teams looking.
I wish every DMR came with a scope.
Pull more towards that desert area in that south.
Peter about crazy like Terminus when he has an overpowered weapon and medallion, but overall his player is still pretty good. Well, in season 1, Peterbot and Poyo, they still did well. He got second before Grim, but I don't remember where they landed. So, dude, my goal. Are you good at Fortnite yourself? I would say I'm average. I would say I'm average. My brain is above average. My skill is below average, so it kind of evens out to average.
Given the fact that if you are based up around the Cactus, teams are
Yo, pancakes, bro.
tags, right? And taking a little bit more risk because
How you doing, my man? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, even
Hopefully you've been well.
Yesterday's Cash Cup Finals action. I remember one lobby we saw a circumstance.
So, Quanti and Yapko get one forecast tower, and then I believe Clix and Epic are gonna get the other. So I can actually, and I wouldn't be surprised. Pilat, okay, so if Pilat, whatever, how you say his name, and in much respect to him, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say his name. If he's gonna qual Grands, it's gonna be on Sunday, and it's gonna be through consistency, not through day 1 or 2. Why am I not a commentator on NA? I don't know. I love NA, bro. I love NA. But I've been trying so hard on EU to get better knowledge of the players and stuff like that, but they all changed their names. And so today's qualifications then is you win a game and you're directly into grand finals. Everybody else is fighting for consistency on the leaderboard. 6 through 25 on the leaderboard, I do believe it is. All go to upper bracket round 2. Everybody else goes to lower bracket round 2. And then lower brackets going on right now, 1 through 30 goes into upper bracket round 2. Everybody else goes to lower bracket round 2.
For the worst now, as things slow down a bit here, coming into the mid game.
What do you mean? What about Bucky? I'm not surprised because even when I don't think he is, he usually sneaks his way in there. So I would see Bucky if he qualifies again. It's on Sunday. Scented. I don't even know who Scented's duo is, so I think that says enough. I'm trying to see right now.
This is a strong duo here. Vert, exceptional solo player.
Hound?
Never seen what he is capable of.
Yeah, they make fun. They make grands, maybe.
Savages up at the top.
Are you gonna say Aqua's name tomorrow? Bring back Siphon? I'm just gonna say Aqua.
But at the same time, would definitely prefer to play with his duo. But knowing that he's got
I'm gonna. If I know their name, I will say that Tyler takes down Veno. Tyler took down Veno. Predictions. 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 We might have to change them, bro. You guys will see it. You guys won't see it. I'm gonna do it off stream. There's the tunnel I'm talking about. This is the tunnel that the background is. This is the background.
Are actually shaping up because at the end
What about LAN? Do you think anyone would make LAN in an agent team? Peterbot? But he already made LAN.
Take a look at this. Clicks. No duo mate here. Vino.
I gotta see the full roster of agent, but I'm not sure, to be honest.
They are fishing, constantly fishing for
Quanti, if he counts.
It does seem like this
I'm NA. I'm from the West. I started on NA West on the broadcast in Chapter 3. And then I did NA and EU for all of Chapter 4. Me and Levin did it together. And then this season, I'm all EU.
And possibly play for this pickup. I don't know if the game plan is going to be to wait a little bit, but it seems like he's got his marker down, so he's going right for it.
What's up, Mini Miner?
But before we get there, we have a fight going down.
Victor V and Paper.
This is a team that is...
I want to see Victor V and Paper qualify. I said it when they qualified. Or they qualified. They formed as a duo together. And I know most of you may not remember, but I see them. I just envision them making top 10. Winning a game, I don't see happening today. I see it happening tomorrow, if any. But I don't know. Fighting for the forecast tower. Yeah, Paper's accurate with that hand cannon. You got to watch out. It's basically a double pump, bro. He can shoot 4 straight shots. 4 straight shots. 3 from the gatekeeper and then 1 from the hand cannon. How do you qual through lowers? You have to get top 30 today, and then it puts you into uppers tomorrow, and then that's where you have to get top 5 again. The only day you qualify to grand finals on consistency is Sunday with top 25 in uppers, and then after 3 games, and then top 15 in lowers after 3 games. So on Sunday, when you watch the broadcast, it's going to do 3 games, a break, 3 games, a break for NA, region switch, 3 games, a break, 3 games. That's what Sunday is.
Running down and giving Victor the SMG so he can hold his own, the burst up top. Very subtle, but very
Kanata and Cooper, they're split up right now. Kanata's being tasked with getting some tags, but they're not too far off. You see them in the minimap. A little bit of difference between them two, but not a ton. Not a ton of distance.
Like what we have on sites though. DMR in hand. Look at the bases positioned everywhere.
Bro, these surge bases are absolutely... Can you change your duo for grands? No. Everybody who played today locks in your duos for the rest of FNCS.
I think the main thing to consider though is that here at the Nitrodrome there is an ample amount of slurp cactuses to essentially build your surge base on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Cooper wouldn't be surprised if there's a slurp cactus directly beneath where they are currently.
Pink playing with Miro? Yes, he is. We got Pink Miro today. Ooh, wow. Wow, that was just like so accurate for that guy to reset the cone just like that. Or put the cone, whatever happened. Baka Pars, Kylie Vert, Convict Vanillas, Pink and Miro, 2 different bases, but Miro gets tagged up. That's not too much of a worry. And Miro's going to drop that DMR for the Colas. So he's going to have his controller pistol and the gatekeeper. He's just trying to get as much surge as possible for when him and Pink to rotate after this. It's a little bit easier of a rotate than anything else.
That's right. It's the little things like that that are going to give them the advantage in the long run. And honestly,
yo, Isaiah, are you here? Isaiah. Where's Isaiah at?
Use a little bit of that regeneration from the Cactus down low, so he'll likely be jumping down here shortly as well. And
Oh,
talking
wow.
about that ammo count, that is right.
Some great shots. Ooh, is Rapid and Batman Booga. If they spot Miro by himself, they could try to go ahead and push that. But I don't think they're gonna. It is pretty risky. But again, if they spotted him as a solo is the biggest thing. Muzz and Epic.
This is a fresh duo pairing up right now.
Crash Pad.
Mixed up, right? The rules
No, they're waiting for the Nitro.
you can swap if you know teams come to mutual agreement.
This is a duo that was rumored at the beginning of the season that I was kind of hopeful for. But now that they're here,
Some of the most FNC has
I think Muzz is the player for Epic Well. If Epic Well and Muzz don't do well together, I don't know if that says a lot about Epic Well and his recent performances.
tried just yet since the merging of Central here, so I'm curious to see as I feel like Muzz has been peaking lately.
Oh, Muzz quickly.
Been at the top of his game.
Shadow and Virgo, 66 above the damage threshold. They're going to start to have to be a little bit more active when it comes for Surge. In theory, they could wait for this next rotation, but they still need to start thinking about, hey, where am I going to get that Surge from? I loved casting today. The mid games, maybe not as much in certain situations. The mid game, early game, but that's usual. The end games were unbelievably exciting to me.
Functioning, it's like the synergy and the chemistry doesn't even have to be 100% yet. All that matters.
They can just keep trading for Surge. Bolts and Bryce, I narrowly put them in my top 5 today.
And again, like you mentioned,
Yeah, go ahead and tell me anything that happens in lowers. Just no spoilers in uppers today.
the right components that they need to try and find that victory.
Between games, we might actually look at some streams for lowers.
A lot of trades happening right now. This is a little box fight here unfolding. Bolts and Bryce back against the wall. Or I should say against the Storm, as they're the team on the outermost edge, but they're looking to push back. Yeah, Chip and Scissors getting tagged up from above.
Dude, I'm the one. I said that. Like, oh no, he did say that. Oh, so if you're Thomas, you can get the hand cannon. If you're me, probably grab some extra heals. Okay, got it. Duly noted. I'll make sure to take those notes for next time, sir. Visuals is down. The reason why I put Visual and Braids in my teams to win a game, and I may have been overzealous on this, but that's because if you remember the qualifiers, when they were going around, Visual and Braids had 2 different games where they could have actually won. Unfortunately, they didn't, but that's what my thought process is.
Bacon and Zooks are aware of it too. Anytime you start to get relatively
Click's obviously getting Venom back, which obviously means they're going to be very, very slow in their game plan when it comes to Surge. They're just trying to get out. Clicks finally gets down. Venom has no choice but to leave, disengage. They are on the outside of the zone. Zuki's a Bacon. They're closing in on the gap, and that's going to be an easy cleanup here. Veno now by himself. If this was Clicks, I would be like, yo, he could probably clutch this. But this is Veno probably not clutching this.
Bacon and Zooks, and largely a play that came so heavily into their favor because Veno and
Third overall with an 8 elim win. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Savage and Mongrel proving me wrong.
easy, I think, for Zooks and Bacon to essentially hold.
What is this? 1 tick right now? 1 tick. It's probably going to go to 2 tick next. Hey, he actually could get Clicks back into the game, actually.
Veno, if anybody can get the job done, definitely looking at him.
Take a look from Zook's perspective here. He catches wind of Clicks and
Okay, yeah,
honestly,
as
this is
expected.
all because Clicks did make a mistake. He missed the jump there when tailing behind.
I would not be surprised if he gets Clicks back into the game. It's going to be a 2 tick, and he has both medkits and floppers.
So well played for Zooks, picking up his.
That was Bacon and Zuki's.
Here we have perspective in on Okus here. Laser focus happening right now as they're sitting deep.
I'm gonna cast some end games like I'm actually casting too.
around them.
Maybe around top 25. Maybe we'll do it around top 25 when placement points come in and it really matters.
Between all these other squads who very much likely use that same boost to get to this.
That's good. They boost in. They're by Rift Island. They can use a Rift. They have to be careful when to go, though. They go too soon. Other teams will focus them as Cooper just gets tagged up on the way. Just a sliver of HP. 5 or less is what I would say. But reunites with Kanata.
Just in time.
If they do have a Cactus there, which looks like right now that they're going to do a med kit, probably followed by maybe minis or a Cactus if there is one. They do have a Rift for Kanata and Cooper. Everybody really taking the rifts on this side. Paper and Victor V. Reet and Ritual. Reet's getting pushed back. Ritual's getting down. Paper gives him a cut. Victor V, go ahead and cleaning up that elimination. That's a big elimination for Paper and Victor V. Yesterday's Cash Cup really showed us a lot, which while I was confident put Duke and Sphinx inside of a game-winning position today. Batman Bugha taking out Aviv, separating Aviv from his teammate. 275 above. Victor V and Paper, they're looking good right now. They do have to rotate just a little bit, but not a big rotation. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away. 265. Falling down just a little bit, but there is an opportunity to be all around. Cam and Aminus, Curly, Noxy, Chris, Playify, and Hayar. A lot of teams in and around this position, including Reet. He's now trying to close in on this distance. There is, I do believe, a reboot van in this location, but he's 89 below. 102, rats his way in, gets through the next one, but the cone comes down, and so does Reet. Paper and Victor V have taken down the juggernauts of Reet and Ritual.
Unintentionally finishing what they'd started. When you really pulled it all down, not sure they were even expecting for that to take place, but Reet and Ritual.
Bro, I'm about to get ripped, bro. By the Global Championship, bro, I'm about to get ripped, bro. Remember these small muscles right now. Playify loses his teammate. Zuki's and Bacon strike again, but Epic Well Muzz, they look strong, and they're looking to get another elimination. They're inching themselves closer and closer. Bugha steals that one away, though. His point total goes even higher because it's combined with placement points. Top 25, now it's where they begin to really set in, and Muzz and Epic Well. Like I said, I wanted to put them in my top 5 game-winning position, but I just haven't seen them perform. They're a new team to this season. They have a lot to prove, no matter what their name suggests. As Bugha flying through the sky, he's taking a lot of that focus. So anybody else rotating in this same path as Bugha will have just a little bit easier for rotation. But that's Yamzo and Tayson that are trying to play gatekeepers. Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, you shall not pass, he says, as Bugha finally gets shut down. Cease and Jack. We saw Jack in the chat before the game. He said, hey, if we are not quad contested, you best etch our names in the stone of grand finals. 573 for Kanata and Cooper, a team that I thought would win game number 3, or I do believe 4 was game number 3. As Jack goes down, Trashy, Threats, they find him, just separated a little bit too much from Cease. I don't know how he took that fall from Graves, because you know they were positioned above, on top of the red line rig. Maybe they were forced to rotate out, who knows. One man's trash is another man's treasure. As Trashy and Threats will take advantage of that. Only 84 above the damage threshold. Not a total feeling of confidence, but for the experts, for Trashy, for Threats, they'll take it. They have 9 Nitro Splashes as well. They don't have to be as frugal with those. They can let them loose if they need to. Peterbot and Poyo, though, 420 above the damage threshold. They're already looking up at that sky. No, it's not the North Star they're looking at, but it is their path. A path to a big win. Anybody between them and the clouds above, I feel sorry for you. Because already you see multiple shots spraying in that direction. He's peeking through the cone. 8 zone. Might be feeling a little bit too early even for Peterbot and Poyo. But they have Flowberry Fizz. They have Crash Pads. They have a lot of time and effort they can expend trying to go for this. Quickly edits the wall, and this is it. They just launched themselves across, gained themselves the elevation. Paco, Vorteca, they're the ones to challenge for the high ground deep into the zone. Can Kanata and Cooper also join the fight? They're waiting. They're trying to time this one perfectly. They're going to leave that Flowberry Fizz in their inventory as they crash pad their way to the front side of the zone. Not really running into too many players. Nobody really taking damage across the sky. Pink and Miro, they led that focus, a little aggressive tactic onto Cooper. As we finally tune back in, Baka, Pars, Peterbot, Poyo, Vorteca, and Paco. Everybody's above, but it's the Kings above everybody else. Peterbot and Poyo, 4 wins in a row throughout the Cash Cup yesterday to end the day, to win by not just a few inches, but more than a mile. So it's going to be tough to see them lose this opportunity here. Epic Well gets one. Bryce gets another. Even Braids gets another elimination onto Noisy. Visuals is down. Everybody kind of getting cleaned up, but it's probably just the feed catching up. We know that happens from time to time. Skittles and Chubbs down below. Tayson, Yamzo is trying to go through unnoticed. And by trying to do that, they find themselves below the damage threshold. But it's Agers who they quickly set their lines aside on. They land a couple shots, but it's not enough to get above that damage just yet. Still 29 below, and they are now put on notice on the clock by the Storm Surge Police saying, hey, you do damage, or in 30 seconds, we're going to do damage to you. Trashy and Threats, they're close on that line as well, but they're not going to go ahead and flirt with Disaster just yet. Nitro Splash, more than plentiful. Med kits. They even have the Flowberry Fizz. But they have Kanata and Cooper knocking on the door. And they're trying to go ahead and turn the tides, attacking from beneath. Bring the fight to them. Remember, they needed that surge to try to stay healthy, to try to stay above. But Kanata's trying to take every opportunity he can. Sneak attacks, that's going to be a bonus. Everybody moving out. Siege just tries to make his way forward. Crash pads his way into that line of sight of Paco and Vorteca. We didn't see how it got overtaken from Peterbot and Pollo, but we know it has been solidified. And more than enough builds. Pink's just trying to fly his way forward. Agers going through underneath. Even Chubb's getting elimination onto Lawrence. Final 13 teams left in this game. Almost all of them looking like Snowdos, but Peterbot and Pollo, they gave up that high ground, hopefully for good measure. We know they like to take it just a little bit later in the game. So it's still going to be possible. 6 charges in the Flowberry Fizz, 3 crash pads still left in the inventory. They probably didn't want to have to worry about going to a build-off. They're looking ahead. They see multiple opportunities, including Duke and Sphinx. They could try to get elimination and a refresh on Tace and Yamzo. They need those same opportunities because they don't have any. They're down low in the mud right now, scraping through, trying to find anything that they can, even including just 5 left on the men mist as elimination presents himself. That's Bryce who goes in. He gets taken down, but a full fight breaks down. Baka and Pars, but they get distracted for a moment. Miro and Peak, who also get taken down by Paper and Victor V. Muzz and Epic will take advantage of a fight that they didn't even start, but Baka and Pars yet again out of nowhere. They solidify great elimination onto Muzz, leaving Epicwell to try to start his medkit and his heal off just a little bit early as Peterbot uses the first of 3 crash pads to try to take away the high ground. He just stands great shots on the Paka and Vorteca. And they've just stealing the high ground back. Yamzo is threatening it with a quick shot of his own, but he goes down with ease. That's another elimination being picked up. So far, Peterbot now playing a disruptor here as the tides have turned. They've retaken the high ground. They've only given it up for a short moment, saying, hey, you hold this. We're going to take it back later. But meanwhile, the low ground's going through a lot of chaos. Duke and Sphinx, 5 eliminations. That huge amount of confidence after performing in the Cash Cup is massive, and that momentum is being carried over here. But they have to watch out. Ackerman, Edgy, they're down below. That's death. Is going to be Ackerman. We haven't really seen them really perform ever since the Global Championship as Peterbot, Pollo, side angles coming through. A lot of damage landing onto Peterbot and Pollo going down. That's typically their win condition. But the high ground, his chance to jump from above, and he goes down. Duke and Sphinx out of nowhere. The low ground dominating the game and stealing it away. Welcome to the Grand Finals, Duke and Sphinx.
And sends himself on to the next stage.
Yeah, I appreciate Dukes and Sphinx for holding it down there at the end, MDF, because it just looked like they were just going to shy away with this one. I think Edgy just doing a little bit too much of that focus rendition there. He just took away.
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, respect to Team Outlaws making it that far, but at the end, Peterbot and Pollo, man, smart execution for them.
What was your prediction?
At least retake high ground, get second, but Dukes and Sphinx were just better, right? Just a little bit.
Yamzo, Tayson, Clicks, Veno, Ritual, Victor V, Paper, Peterbot, Pollo. It's not bad.
So many teams fighting. It was incredible, but with that, we're going to take a short moment here to calculate some scores. When we return, we'll have more Fortnite.
Whew. All right, let's see who can get 4 out of 4, though. Let's see who can get 4 out of 4. Let's see who can get 4 out of 4. I'm just saying, you guys gotta, like, you know? That's the thing. Because, like, I was watching yesterday, and they were playing on another level of consistent Duke and Sphinx. Oh, okay. Duke and Sphinx win game 1 from the low ground. Who thought that was possible? Tented getting second with 2 kills game 2. That's a bold prediction. What sucks is I would have guessed Duke and Sphinx. Ain't no way I'm going to sleep after that one, Dukes. Hey, 1 for 1 on predictions so far. How did Duke steal that game? Well, let's watch. Let's watch together and see. To try to start his medkit and his heal off just a little bit early as Peterbot uses the first of 3 crash pads to try to take away the high ground. He just stands great shots on the Paka and Vorteca. And they've just stealing the high ground back. Yamso is threatening it with a quick shot of his own, but he goes down with ease. That's another elimination being picked up. So far, Peterbot now playing a disruptor here as the tides have turned. They've retaken the high ground. They've only given it up for a short moment, saying, hey, you hold this. We're going to take it back later. But meanwhile, the low ground's going through a lot of chaos. Duke and Sphinx, 5 eliminations. That huge amount of confidence after performing in the Cash Cup is massive, and that momentum is being carried over here. But they have to watch out. Ackerman, Edgy, they're down below. That's death. Is going to be Ackerman. We haven't really seen them really perform ever since the global championship as Peterbot, Pollo, side angles coming through. A lot of damage landing onto Peterbot and Pollo going down. That's typically their win condition. But the high ground, his chance to jump from above, and he goes down. Duke and Sphinx out of nowhere. The low ground dominating the game and stealing it away. Welcome to the grand. Dude, they were dominating on the low ground. They were dominating on the low ground. Duke is good. How can you say that? Duke is actually majestic, bro. He's a short king. He's a short king, Shadow. That last fight was crazy. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I have more inside information from the threats seen about that guy. I don't even know what that means exactly. Are you talking about threats? Are you telling me he's really tall? He just plays a short person in real life? Let's check the leaderboard. I want to check it with them. I want to be surprised with them. I want to be surprised with them.
Did not get the victory out. Sphinx and Dukes did, and you know, for a moment there, I was just like, "Oh, it's fine, right?" Like, you know, Vivid calls that.
I really thought so too. What's up, Vipe?
You know,
what's up, nephew? How you doing?
Come back to high ground. Look at that.
Yo, hold on.
Boom, like clockwork.
Hold on.
Final moments of the game.
Go back to that picture.
Nah, we want the victory.
I'm actually doing pretty good today, my man. I hope you've been doing good yourself.
Crazy scenarios actually where Peterbot and Pollo ran out of materials on the high ground, had none left to continue their tar player. And usually they have so many materials because they're used to getting so many eliminations in the end game. But on the flip side of things, it was actually
wait, go back to that picture.
We're able to find refreshes at just the right time, have enough mats to fend and defend the low ground, come out with the win.
I love that yesterday in the Duo Cash Cup Finals, they also took the first game's victory royale, although it was a huge.
Why do they look the same height?
So I love to see that they have multiple ways that they can win. They don't even need the high ground like everyone else. Dukes and Sphinx is here to prove to themselves that they have earned their spot in the grand finals.
Just think too on the other side.
I'm telling you, he's kind of weird. Definitely short. Has a girlfriend. Is really good at the game. But that's what he likes to do. Is play Fortnite. He's off our road.
1v1 against your old duo mate and them qualifying for grand finals. But it's fine. Nobody panicked.
Oh, I don't know. I think it could work out for threats.
Standings though. What's kind of transpiring? Remember, we wanted to stay in the upper half
Threats and
of
Sphinx.
the bracket by the end of the day.
I did like that duo of Threats and Sphinx though.
Bracket. Right now, obviously, if you look
bro, because we're communicationing, Viper. It's what adults do. They communicate with more than a few words at once.
Kind of start to turn attention down. I would like to call out second place.
He got carried by Edgy, then Edgy dropped him. Did he get carried by Edgy though?
Oh yeah, crazy performance. I remember, like, you know, I saw Peterbot and Pollo. They were on the high ground, and then like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, whoa,
you're not the only one that got a haircut. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one.
10 eliminations. Well, let's go ahead and talk about that team. Peterbot.
You ain't the only one. Okay, we see this leaderboard right now. Vorteca Paco,
And for some reason,
Death
towards
Incented.
the end of this game, they were kind of like going back and forth. I think they were on higher ground like 3 separate times, and they ended up going down to like all the way to the low ground and somehow retaking it like 2 other times. So crazy.
They weren't able to drop down. You see, they only have 1-2 eliminations here. They were only able to drop down and get, I think, matched once max during this whole game.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if it
Which
was
is
a
not
2v2
typical
instead
for
of there
them.
being a third team right there. It definitely could have been Peterbot and Pollo's game, but like you said, having them take
That was a good.
height,
That was a good
lose
shot
height,
on the
and
Duke, but
retake
not good
height
enough.
just meant that all of
That was a
their
good shot
maps
on
were
Duke, but
gone
not,
by
you know.
the time it finally got to the
You didn't
very
get it
end
hurt
right
your old
there.
self, which
So
is
they weren't
balding.
able to kind of
Oh
pull
my
out the
God,
strength that
bro.
they usually do, which is Pollo stay high, Peterbot draw slow.
I
and
wish I can
eventually
bald
heal
like
off
this,
Pollo
man.
real
I
good.
wish.
So not
Dude, if I
the
can bald
perfect
like this,
situation
I'd
for
be
Peterbot
happy.
Pollo, But clearly they have it in the pocket. They know
Hold
what
on.
to do to get this victory.
After they won in
royale.
Chapter 4
And
Season
game
2,
number
after
2
that, I
might
just started
be it for
doing
them.
bad.
And I like that you kind of call
And the only reason they won that season was the last season. Kind of not the best season. I mean, you can't blame. Everybody had to play that season out.
It kind of came down to this, you know, you looking at a duel, you're like, these guys have won, right? It's clear. And then
Duke is a
this
3-time
solo
champion.
rider, just like
Edgy has
Messi
came
up
close
above
multiple
Beckham
times.
involved, right? We gotta make sure
They're
we
both
bring this
good.
down
You
to
can have
1v1
2
or
good players on the
2v2,
same team and
because
not
we
do
don't want
good.
That extra factor to kind of derail things for us. Another duo that performed here, Iamzo and Tayson. Once again, another player, Tayson, coming over from EU. And
Let's
now
see, let's
duoed
see.
up
Hold
with
on, hold on.
Iamzo. I know some of you are probably used to saying Iamzo and Rise, but how did these guys do in game number 1?
Let's see, let's see, let's
Extremely
see.
well, right? I mean, you can see how many materials they have, and I always love to see how many materials a team has when it comes down to this like 10th, 11th zone.
All right, let's see. Minimum plays 5th. Minimum plays 5th.
Tayson are a little bit unprotected.
Miro and Dukes.
So much damage. They got to overbuild for that, and then
They didn't make finals though.
I thought they were gonna be in a
But I mean, he played with Miro. You can't really blame Duke for that one.
lost their position.
Duke and Noxie, Duke and Threats. Oh, this is Chapter 5. Upper
Yeah,
bracket.
Iamzo and Tayson are clearly one of
League
the
2
top
finals,
teams that
it was
we've
Duke and
seen,
Threats.
especially with all the EU players coming
Top
over
5,
here.
what
They
is this
showed
here?
these guys game
Session.
number 1. They showed that yesterday in the Cash
Round
Cup.
2, so they
Although
won a
didn't
Cash
get the
Cup.
Victory
So he even
Royale,
won a Cash Cup
top
recently with
10
Edgy.
in 5 out of their 6
After the
games.
grand
They
finals,
got a
4 months
second
later, they
place
won a
victory
Cash
as
Cup.
well. So you know that they don't want that second
4
place.
months
They don't
later.
care
Yo,
about
Viper,
that
I'm really gonna
right
time you
now.
out.
They want to make it into that first
Bro,
place
seeing
spot.
that is, I'd rather read an essay.
Kinda highlighted at the top
I'd
of
rather
the
read
Muzz and
conversation,
Epic. Remember we
Viper.
mentioned These guys went from Muzz and Trashy to now Muzz and Epic Whale.
This is just Duke,
This
by the way. Hold
first
up.
game, right, I think the question was like, do they have what it takes, right? Is this the kind of
5th.
change we need to be making?
So, I mean,
of it all, and it
2022.
seems like, yeah, this is working.
Week 6, Cash Cup, 2nd.
Yeah, not
Of
gonna lie,
first
watching
and
through some of
22.
these highlights of that game,
Duke
some
Threats, Duke
incredible plays from
Acorn,
Muzz
won a
and
Cash
Epic.
Cup.
Honestly, I always thought that Muzz is one of
Won
the
grand
best
finals.
individual players, especially when it
4
came
months
down
later,
to
won
like
another
using
one.
all of the mechanics in the game and using them
5th
to
and
his best
3rd.
ability, and I always felt like he just needed like a really strong IG.
And then
like,
this
to follow
year,
up on
this year he just hasn't done nothing. I don't know. I think Duke is
Great
good.
performance in game
Okay,
number
let me
one.
scroll up and read because
Yeah, you
Viper.
know how we always used to say Kanata was like the best player that's never won? And obviously that changed last year when he did win. And Muzz has obviously won a lot, but he's the best player that
No, you
hasn't won,
cannot.
like,
You're not even
year.
allowed to
There's
play a
something
game though,
about
Isaiah.
Muzz
And I don't
that's
answer this late. You're
so
not even allowed to play a
substantial
game
when it comes
afterwards.
to representation of a Fortnite pro. Everything he does is like some of the best, but he just can't get that win.
I know, but maybe this could be the difference, right? Maybe it's a win at Globals. We'll find out, and we'll keep track with this storyline. But for now, I know what you want. Game number 2, I want that as well. So find your seats on the Battle Buzz. Casters, please take it away.
To me, I just,
as well as one of
you
those
know,
teams that are
just
new
one of those
and also
things to
shaking
where
things up
you
on
can
this
have
top
2
team.
great players playing together, and I used to say this
Some
in
upsets
other
happening
games
here.
too. And it's just the way games work out. You could have 2 great teammates together on the same team and it not work out. You had Peterbot and Booga. Peterbot and Bylaw even fell off after winning a championship.
To try and stay on top of everything, MDF.
Peterbot,
Yeah, that is true.
Quanti didn't do
Game
well.
2 now as game 1 is complete.
Larson
There's
didn't
only
do well.
5 rounds of Fortnite in front of us, and
If you don't
again,
believe what I'm
win
saying
each
about
round,
Edgy and
you're
Dukes,
going
then you
to
can
the
go check the
grand
play.
finals.
We just
So
checked the
no need
placements.
to worry about your position.
Shadow, we
You
literally
know,
just
go
checked the
back and forth
placements.
through. It is really, I would say,
We literally just checked it.
alleviated off of your shoulders. Now Now, if you've done as well as someone like Tekka and Paco, I mean, technically you can coast your way to a top
It was
25.
chapter
You might
3.
be,
When
you
they
know,
win
top
grands.
stages
It was
regardless
chapter
of
4.
performances, but
So their
still,
grands
that's
placing,
something to
right?
jump into.
Gamers 8. He played with Clicks. I was pretty sure just to go. Week 1 finals, 15th, 14th. I mean, other people didn't necessarily do well either. 19th in the next grand finals, which I get it is bad. And then he wins a cash cup though. When things return after FNCS, they win a cash cup. They didn't necessarily do that well. Top 5 in another cash cup, right? You keep looking up. Top 3 in another cash cup. You keep looking up. 9th and 4th in the weekly finals. You continue to look up. Upper bracket, they missed out on consistency, but they still made it to the finals. 16th. I agree that's bad.
Grand finals a week away.
But,
For some, just 3
like...
games away potentially, so we'll see.
Oh, that's Mero. That's
Really
Mero.
looking at
That's
Noah
Mero.
plays right now.
That's Duke and
His
Threats.
teammate Liam here, a very contested night.
So they won one and then did bad after finals. But then let's look at Edgy. Let's look at Edgy though.
Right now, on the side, it's Chubbs there.
And then we're gonna go into the game right after
Those
this.
fresh duos.
Chapter 4, Season 4. That was right after.
Not sure what
Since
the
they
end
broke
goes
up Edgy and Tavern. So I mean, to me, it's just
your poison type situation. They're
you know, I'm talking about FNCS. Yeah, but Edgy didn't do that much better either. So I'm not sure what your point is.
Drop here, so they'll have to pick up the signs here shortly. On the other side, fights happening right now for Mixon.
That's why I guess I don't get the point.
We mentioned this in the first game, and they've come back to test Quanti.
He's just
And
smartest
you know
guy
what?
when it
They
comes
had
to Fortnite.
success against
I mean, I can't say
Quanti,
Edgy
but
is the smartest guy either.
back to the second
Mixon and
qualifier.
Blaha.
I
Double
believe
contested
we're on
out
the
here.
upper side.
Bro, these guys are landing all over the map. They were just somebody else last game, and it works out. But they were originally landing here. They just didn't want to contest Quanti and Yapko. Hold on, I gotta go back up and read real quick. You don't want to see my Edge and Dukes? Then you can go check the
side of the
place.
map over towards Reclaim Villa. I almost feel like they did that just to give Quanti and Yapko a false sense of security at this point. Or maybe they just felt as though the situation, trying to make a play for that forecast tower and whatnot, just didn't necessarily work well enough for them to feel comfortable with.
Because I mean, if that's
not get any results.
if that's to me, Shadow, they're not bad, but they're definitely not the worst. I'm just trying to say they aren't all that.
Slam your head against the wall for any
I don't know who
reason.
said they were all that.
It's just not a good idea. No, but,
I just said they were a good. I think we were just saying they were a good team, and we knew they were going to qualify. They're a good team.
wasn't the best, and they're coming back to the old trusty.
And hey, if it works, it works. Now it's all about trying to translate that initial hot drop.
But it's all
into,
good.
Again, a late game performance that could essentially net them the victory royale that they're hoping for, so they can.
And they're not. I mean, they're not bad to me. It's just like
taking place next week.
they're in the conversation. Duke and Sphinx. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. We can all agree to disagree and hopefully drop it. But Duke and Edgy, I think that's who you were talking about, right? You can't call Duke terrible when he's amongst the 0.1%. If you're talking about Duke in comparison to the S-tier players, then maybe I'd agree with you. Duke isn't an S-tier player. But if you're talking about Duke in the grand scheme of things in Fortnite, you can't call him bad in the grand scheme of Fortnite. If you talk about in the small pool of pros where you're hand selecting which ones you're going against, then yeah. But then if you're talking about S-tier, there's like maybe 4 S-tier teams. Which again is unfair conversation to talk about Duke and Sphinx where it all started at, because if there's only 4 or so teams in S-tier, again, anybody below isn't bad. But again, that's just the last thing I'm going to say just because I have a different opinion.
I find it pretty incredible that Hound in qualifier 2 was up towards the top 10.
Who is this? Hound and Lawrence? Who is this?
Now we're just watching what could be of this.
Hound and Sentin?
So far, the points are a little dismal in this early game. Not
Who
looking
is
great by
this?
any means.
Yeah, Sentin and Hound. This is Sentin.
Sentin.
Yeah.
He is
You
a
own me?
fan
I don't own
of
anybody.
Bucky
I
as
don't
well.
want it to be an argument. I don't mind a discussion. I don't mind a debate.
Repping the same or you're
But
bound to build
It's just Fortnite, and we're all here because we love Fortnite at the end of the day. Unless you guys just like watching me, then that's even better than loving Fortnite, let me tell you. I feel like I haven't even watched this game yet. I feel like I haven't even watched Game 2, but we're still in the first zone.
Last minute, go for this exchange, and now be working with Scented, and they're in a drop spot position that can be relatively difficult to play from. Just considering,
if we're talking grand scheme of things, Fortnite, they deserve their respect and their if we're talking grand scheme, that's where it's like sometimes I just like to understand where the conversation is at, you know what I mean? Which is why I asked the S tier, A tier, what are we comparing it to? Is simply because like they deserve their respect for their accomplishments, but if we're talking about the present, then maybe not as much respect. Maybe not as much respect.
Like you would kind of want to do, and then your mid game just gets all the more problematic because teams are already building these surge.
Come on, Victor V, Paper. So Clix and Venom get their forecast tower on the other side. No forecast tower here.
But we have a little bit of action unfolding here, Taco. We have Victor and Paper. We saw what they were cooking with in the last end game. If they can make it that far, clearly they're a threat to be.
Quickly fight, go back, get your cactus, your cacti. That's more than one.
Just a couple tags and a fake out. And off they go. Meanwhile, Kai and Vert now left to pick up the pieces here.
Zone does look like it's going east, northeast.
Another team lurking nearby. Let's see if the shots open up here.
Oh, if we're comparing him to the everybody in this upper bracket lobby, then once again, I'll say he's not bad.
Just hit the old loop-de-loop all the way around the corner, and they're gonna be back on the.
I would put them in amongst the top, at minimum, the top 40 players in this lobby, which is the top 40% of the lobby. Let me see if where I can get him. After that, it's kind of hard because then I would have to look at a list. Oliver OG and Craze, they were just getting manhandled. They were just getting manhandled. Oh, Oliver OG making sure to get his V-Bucks. Making sure to get his V-Bucks. Let's show his camera.
But at the same time, is it really able to alleviate that much pressure from Craze? Craze doing what he can to try and slip away from Noxy, but this is a good hold from Oliver, making sure that Crisp can't follow up on the pressure that Noxy was trying to apply onto Craze's walls, just because Oliver had that slight height.
Yo, who remembers when Clix and Duke got 4th place in the FNCS finals?
Noxy gonna eat a couple of
I think that was Chapter 3.
Oliver OG, Craze, they do an excellent job at kind of just fending for themselves, holding down their position, and they're even feeling confident enough to give
Oh, please, Chase, bro. Feel that confidence. I want to see Craze and Oliver feel the confidence. Fighting Noxy and Crisp isn't going to be easy, and I wouldn't actually suggest it as a plan, as a game plan. But, hey, Oliver and Craze, I feel like, are not going to get this type of opportunity at Surge. They're not going to get this type of opportunity to fight. There's nobody else in the minimap. Maybe a small team towards the north, but they are not going to get an opportunity like this.
A lot of resources invested here. Finally now they push back, not looking to jump into the bush by any means. That's risk all around and not one that they're willing to take. And look at this, Noxy still has resources to work with, so they're not too worried about it. They'll be able to jump back, but talking about...
I think this is going to be Clix's best chance to win FNCS. If Clix doesn't win FNCS here, I don't think he'll ever win.
Could be seeing the early happenings, chance happenings.
And I say that with all the love
amazing duo to be
for other players and talent and everybody succeed. But you're not going to get another teammate like this. Muzz and Epic Well. Ooh, that was actually a nice shot by Curly. Backing down Muzz. Takes his piece back. Paper gets it down on a death. So you know they're fighting Death and Edgy on somewhere on the map.
Look at the HP count on Raze here. He put a lot of damage in onto Curly and Raze there.
That's finally cleaned up. Edgy's not there. Epic Well has at least one piece. Raze, nice, gets the edit, but he goes and pays for that one. Epic Well gets a nice shot. 2 players into the same box. Epic Well quickly backs on up. He doesn't want to bite off more than he could chew in this situation. He's just taking his time, baiting for somebody to peek on through. Oh, grabs it back. Raze almost gets a shot. Him and Curly are forced back. They cannot regain any HP here. Any HP they can't regain. Back-to-back wins, but ooh, thank you for the update. Who cares?
Yeah, you can see Epic Whale just trying to mess around, playing brain games, backing up.
Viper, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, by the way.
Swinging back around, taking little by little territory away from Curly and
Make me want to cry.
When their guards are let down, Epic
Ooh.
back again, Curly hurt.
Yeah, to me it was bound to happen.
That's a mistake you don't make. You don't walk into the
Yeah.
enemy's line of fire.
That was a mistake that's bound to happen. Raising Curly, I think the longer this fight goes, the more they're likely to make a mistake compared to Muzz and Epic Whale. And now they have the Cactus. They're not going to have to waste any of their resources, other than builds, of course, if they want.
Overall, Epic Whale and Muzz come up on 2 eliminations. Plenty of tags, by the way, and a lot of material to jump back into it.
Noxie owns Oliver.
Zone, right? So don't even have to leave this monstrous base.
I just don't know where Oliver and Craze are going to get surge like that. They land all the way on the outside, so it takes them a lot to farm up their base, rotate down the mountain, to then go up the mountain, and by then, usually every team has already rotated out, so they're stuck either box fighting or third partying, and if they don't get opportunities there, unless the zone pulls north directly into their POI, I don't know. Nice one by Walkers. Visuals. Oh, that's a big down right there. Back-to-back shots. Walkers gets the nice back-to-back. Mason and Walkers standing up tall. Mason and Walkers a new team in the upper bracket. Mason and Hound are playing together, and I believe it was Shadow and Walkers. I don't really remember. Don't quote me on that one, but now they're together again. Walkers immediately goes down to Batman Booga and Rapid. Immediately goes down. Yeah, Wingstop. What flavor wings did you get? I don't know if you told me, but what flavor wings?
Right now, but Peterbot does have an elimination, so take that into account. On the other side, Oliver OG and Craze have not based down since the last time we tuned in with them. They continue to be on foot here, giving trouble to duo after duo.
Cam and Minister there on the other side. Noah Plays gets. I didn't even know Noah Plays was in this lobby, but Threats took him down.
But that's the pure disengage.
Bro, we haven't even seen Noah Plays once. What's up, Ink? How you doing, my man? Our man, 100,000 grand. Oh, Sentin and Walkers. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That sounds a lot more familiar. Chubbs and Skittles. Trashy and Threats. Liam's still here. Hopefully with these guys moving in, that gives Liam a chance at the very minimum to get Noah's card, get him back in. 390 points, 2 games with 22 elims first, 27 elim 4. Oh my god. They shouldn't have been down there, but I get it. I think they just queued up 1 game in week 2. Something like that.
A little bit here at the Nitrodrome. Several other teams relatively local to their position.
Yeah, these guys need to continue to go north and then move in. Everybody else is going to end up on a congested south side of the zone.
Slurp Cactuses on the rotate out. They're trying to move a little bit more south as well. It seems as though they want to just try and maybe...
Yeah, you see, there's 2 teams on the west. There's 1 team above them. There's more teams towards the south. So you got to be able to go north unless you're going to go all the way south.
Vert and Kai with a little bit of a position over Victor in paper underneath, but
don't remember saying that.
Already played their hands
Uh-oh.
a bit ago.
Parmesan and honey barbecue? Ooh, I like the honey barbecue. I don't know about the Parmesan, but I'm not a huge fan of cheese either, so.
Kai aren't feeling it. They want to move away. And
Oh, this is a big one right here.
It is a Boyo and Peterbot here. They recognize that there's some wood walls on the base.
That's the medallion.
They put some damage in, so this could be a
I wonder if they saw the medallion, you say, you know what, you're right.
But no.
You know what, you're right.
He gets tagged, and I think they realize
Can't do this.
Wait a second, this team might be the real deal. Let's give ourselves
Trashy's down.
And it is going to be the right
That's
call.
Death who takes Trashy down. And we saw Death go down early on, so we know Edgy already got him back in the game.
And just look at the way that Peterbot and Poyo have based around
Edgy and Death out there fighting Threats in a 2v1 out of zone.
everyone that's trying to depend on this form of mobility.
Shipwreck Shallows, the new, I want to say new POI, but it's not even really a POI, it's just a boat. And there's another boat on the far eastern side of the map as well.
Experience as Peterbot and Pollo, and so mechanically strong as well.
So honestly, this isn't a game-changing addition. If anything, this is a good addition to competitive right before FNCS.
Catching them off guard. They're moving through. Only 81 above, so yeah, this is a tight spot to be in. If you've ever found yourself
You got to get a little bit of that metal, bro.
where the surge is this close, you are
It's like 8 metal, 9 metal.
Absolutely have to push for a fight.
Throw them overboard, boys.
Can be a bit of an awkward spot as well, depending on how long that exchange actually takes. We know
They still have one more med kit
elimination can definitely be
in the inventory of threats.
looking to try and position yourself strongly.
It's only a 1 tick, so threats, if he has the reboot card, he might be able to get the reboot, to be honest. Trying to see where is the reboot possibilities. There's one up there, one down there towards the left. I'm not sure he gets the reboot. I'm not sure he gets the reboot.
An uphill battle for what they're currently facing throughout the duration of lobby number 2 here. Meanwhile,
Yo, sometimes I'll be messing up names all the time.
they've got a little
I mean, I feel like everybody knows that by now.
threshold, but
Dude, I said Pink and Vico on EU today on the broadcast. I felt ashamed of myself.
Back on over to Iamzo and Tayson.
Uh-oh, 179 below.
As things continue to progress for the worse here.
Huga takes down Walkers. I feel like the second time we saw Walkers go down.
Gap themselves from the other duos here. Out comes the Nitro. They have to make a move. The decision's being called out. Fight the duo underneath them. We'll find out if this is the right move here shortly.
Ooh.
Zeus and Bacon back
This is going to be the safest fight they're going to get. And it could be a prolonged fight as long as they land good shots.
Solution is right in front of them.
Zuki's and Bacon. They're below on Surge. Tace and Yamzo. They're below on Surge, but Tace and Yamzo make the first move. They quickly bull rush into the box. Down goes Zuki's. Bacon is feeling the pressure. He's feeling the hurt. On the other side, Tace and Yamzo. They've gotten enough Surge to get above the threshold, and now it is active. It's ticking down Bacon. Tick, 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 tick. Ooh, nice shot from Yamzo, returning fire. 25 damage every 7 seconds. Bacon does have the cola pop, though.
For him,
Ooh, another big shot. Yamzo and Bacon just trading blow for blow. 243 above now for Tace and Yamzo.
just want to get this over with, but they're both just losing so much
Yep.
shield for
I always get Cease and Booga's name wrong. What was the OG solo player doing at FNCS? Something Achi?
Forcibly expended now. And
Kiriachi?
he's actually able to slink on by. But at the same time, even though he was able to hold it down for himself, MDF, I'm not sure that this really left him in a position where he can truly
Quick takes down Vert.
and make a move.
Man, I feel bad,
He's doing
dude.
everything he can to just even catch up to the zone, but he's got nothing
It's a
to work
2-tick.
with here.
the
Oh,
Iamzo is
no.
below the surge. Zone E
Yeah.
alive right now.
That's
Shots are coming in
unfortunate.
from Tayson and Iamzo.
That's very
I'm not
unfortunate.
sure if they did enough
I really don't
damage
know.
with enough time for them to get the elimination credit, but
Bro, there was ooh, Cease and Jack together this time around.
rotate in front of them. They have a lot to work
Only
with. Meanwhile,
96, but they've came a long way to get here.
happening here as teams are trying to get themselves to a new spot. Peterbot, who's in a very much prime
He literally
position
just
here,
picks up
looking
the
towards
Elim
back
from far
zone.
away.
You can see
Another one on
finds
Skittles.
themselves Chubbs and Skittles on the rotate from the outskirts here.
I thought he was going to get another one right there. The
That jumps
replay
up
kept
into
playing.
The 3 elimination tier, which is very good.
Because Achi was something that everybody stole for a while, so it's hard to say. Jack took down Yamzo. Remember, Cease and Jack were rotating with Taste and Yamzo. Miro and Pink popping the colas.
For the time being, but the Nuka-Cola
It's a big 5-tick chunk.
resource that Miro is going to
Ooh,
end
they're
up
trying to get into the
using
box. That's Tayson. We know Yamzo's down. Ooh, he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Tayson goes down.
After that,
Sheesh.
the Shipwreck Shallows, and now Miro Pink getting all the benefits.
They do have the med kits, though. But they have another max pull. Most of the lobby does have a max pull.
That Iamzo is going to be forced to try and play for placements from this point on. And when you're working as a solo MDF in this kind of situation where you're having to move,
They got the Flowberry Fizz. I want to see Mero use some of his Flowberry Fizz, but depending on how much they have. Muzz is here. I don't see Epic Bow, so Muzz might be by himself.
Getting yourself in a good spot so you don't get
Clicks in
focused
Veno.
on this. You know, part of the
trying to quickly rotate on out, but they get spotted out. I do believe that was Peterbot and Poyo. At least that's what it sounded like momentarily.
On this slight lip of the cliff, but the zone pulls ever so further towards the east here. One of the only ones here on the southern portion.
Jack goes down.
Too much of a difficult rotate if they move.
Fully cleaned up, rotating through the sky. Clicks and Venom. Remember, they have their forecast tower. They do see a lot of these zones before they do pop up. Flowberry Fizz, Crash Pad, the rotation we all know and love. Doesn't want to make it go too high, though. As Clicks Veno, they immediately find their position in towards zone, and a bush on top of it. Couldn't ask for a better spot. Maybe some elevation, though. Paco goes down. Kanata Cooper are knocking out the door, trying to take Vorteca along with them. This is going to be a great wipe. Big opportunity. Matt's resources that they can use, and more importantly, the Storm Surge. 2 quick shots. They're barely above that threshold, though, just by 1. This is not a feeling of confidence at all for anybody here in this situation. But out of nowhere, Vorteca ends up back into the mix. He goes down. Medallion going on over. Cooper Kanata, they get the surge in which they were looking for here. And because of that extra slot, they have a lot of flexibility, mobility to try to make some magic happen overall.
And they're going to need the material more than anything because this south zone pulling over Mount Olympus can be
Papers down. Taki Fortnite is going to get that elimination there.
In their favor right now. Not only, of course, for the points right now, but they were desperately close to being below the surge. So
Ooh, Peterbot just spraying across.
this gives them a little more room to work with.
And Pen and Pump, they're just going through struggles. So many other teams looking in this direction. Peterbot just making sure to play safe, though, while being aggressive. Another elimination picked up. Remember, they lost last game because they ran out of mats. They ran out of resources. They fought for high ground 2 to 3 times in that last game. They had 2 eliminations going into it late. I think when they went down, maybe they still had 2. So it's very, very important for them to play like themselves, get the eliminations that they need, build up that resource count, especially now more than ever. We're going up mountain where it's become a roller coaster of emotions if you get caught off guard. Pink and Miro down below. Nice shot on Abuga and Aviv. They're well above the damage threshold, but it's the loot that they not feel confident with. Slowly but surely inching themselves closer and closer to Pink and Miro. They're at the edge of zone. Just trying to get together a little bit more of those scraps. Really don't find anything that starts to build that confidence, so it's almost back to square number 1 for them. Oliver Craze making it deeper into this game for days compared to yesterday. Top 21, placement points starting to go around. Hounds down, Chris. Reciprocal gets separated from G-Money. Veno picks up that elimination. And speaking of G-Money, he goes down to Batman Booga. Eliminations going haywire in the feed. Top 20, already 5 players dropping down since placement points have now started to come in. Kanata Cooper. They have that medallion now. Clicks Veno. They do have the forecast tower. They're going to be able to read a lot of these zones and prepare for the future the best that they can. But 68 above the damage threshold. They fall below that line when it comes to Storm Surge. Being able to control your own destiny goes out the window, which is a feeling of comfortability that they want to keep intact. Mixon switches up their drop spot game after game. This might have been the one because they have a lot of confidence. It started with early eliminations on Nukwani and Yapko. How far can they stretch a game like this? Only time will tell. Peterbot Poyo looking off into the distance. They don't really have a ton of builds, but this time around, instead of taking that high ground early, they're waiting until it goes later and later into the game. Remember, there's a lot of mountain ranges that the high ground can connect to, so fighting isn't necessarily going to be the easiest thing. But meanwhile, it's Baka, Pars, Bryce, Bolts, 3 different teams towards that high ground, duking it out to try to see who's that last one standing above the rest. As Poyo finds Threat slipping. He was the solo, so he's instantly going to go down. Crash Pad's coming out as Kanata's now stuck by himself. But the original solo clutcher, Kanata, we know what he can do when his back is up against the wall. And he's spotting out a couple duos, positioning themselves in and around this position. Crash Pad coming out once again, just trying to get to the front. Slow Crash Pad. If you look above, that 3-team battle royal for that high ground is going to go to Baka and Pars. 5 eliminations so far. Decent mats as well. Really nobody having a chance to look up just yet. Oliver Craze They're ones that are just trying to get through this game unnoticed, but being second height, it's hard to do just that, especially with nobody catching up. High ground finally comes crashing down. This could be an opportunity for Oliver and Craze, but they do not take it. They let it slip through their fingers. Nitro Splash coming out, making sure Baka and Pars get chopped down yet again, that they have what it takes to hold on for dear life. Clix and Veno now looking up. Everybody now has a chance to see if they can go above, but Veno dropped into the box. Batman, Booga, and Rapid catch him slipping. Now Clix is left by himself. Flowberry Fizz for days. A cola in the back pocket in case he gets thirsty, but no medkits. That means a win condition clear and gone as Peterbot now trying to do his own. Medkits towards the outside of the zone. One left in the back pocket after this one, but he knows Baja, somebody else, is sneaking around. Quickly spots him going up and over that spot as his last medkit's now going to be used just to get himself into the top 10. Points is what he's after here, but a win gets you into the grand finals, and it's time for a big moment coming out here late in the game. Crash Pad to gain some elevation. Aviv going down to Bryce, another big team and big threat getting taken down as Clix trying to stagger himself as much as possible. One build to his name. Nice flank on the Craze. Not enough to get the down or the elimination though as he tries to turn and burn. There's the strength and numbers and Oliver Joe G is there forcing Clix to rethink this situation. Going up, down, finally dropped into a box and there it is the same way that Veno went down. As we get into our final 7 teams left alive, a few of these are going to be solos. Booga trying to crash pad out, but Baka and Pars catch him slipping. Pars is going to go down. Baka trying to survive. A couple of ticks in the zone. 5 HP in a dream. The flopper is going to be used. Pars is trying to make sure to get as close to the zone as possible. Pass on over the mats. Bryson Bolts down below. The Dark Horse all the way from the other side of the map. And a chance here to win the game, but Miro, the only solo really left in this game, make it 2. His chance to sneak up on his opponents, get the eliminations that matter, but Bryce, Bolts, they look up, they get that first elimination, and now it's a 1v2 situation. Nobody having the heals. Baka falls from above, and the 2v1. Batman Booga even gets credit for the elimination, but it's Bryce, it's Bolts. They take the game and advance to the NA Grand Finals.
The timing just could not have been any better because every single one of those players had absolutely zero.
How did Batman Booga get the elimination?
Exclusively down to who could survive those final moments the best, and duos typically going to shape up a little bit better than the solo, but have to respect Baka and Pars for maintaining the high ground as well as they did for so long.
Yeah, take a look at those final moments one more time from Bolts' perspective. Bryce's look. They go up, they target the high ground, they take down Miro.
They got it, man.
Break the builds, and it was only a matter of time.
What are we thinking of that game?
It was still
No predicts, right? I'm 1 for 2.
Everyone was extremely damaged. One step in the storm and you would fall, but Bolts and Bryce do it again, and they pick up the win here on the FNCS.
I was almost going to put Bolts and Bryce there, but I thought they would fight against Reet and Ritual a little bit more.
We expect nothing less from our pro players. So with that, give us a short minute, and we'll be right back.
All right, so we're 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Which isn't bad, but it's not good either. What's Bryce's Twitter? What's Bryce's Twitter? Anybody know off the top of your head? Alright, let's see. Oh. Where is it? Bro, he's playing with everybody but his duo of Bryce XFN. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. We want to wait and see the leaderboards. We want to be surprised as everybody else. Or do we want to go to Fortnite Tracker? Let me know what we want to do here. Bro, he won the 3K and the 5K, bro. He's sitting on money, bro. He's sitting on money. What's up, Angel? Thank you so much for letting me know the Twitter. For letting me know the Twitter. Now, how do I get you to follow the stream, Angel? Bro, he just followed the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you. I already like you way more than Viper. I already like you way more than Viper. All right, while we go through this, let's go ahead and do that replay of the last game because it's going to be the chance we're going to be able to see the replay. Do it. As he tries to turn and burn, there's the strength and numbers, and Oliver Joe G is there, forcing Clix to rethink this situation. Going up, down, finally dropped into a box, and there it is, the same way that Veno went down. As we get into our final 7 teams left alive, a few of these are going to be solos. Bugha trying to crash pad out, but Baka and Pars catch him slipping. Pars is going to go down. Baka trying to survive. A couple of ticks to the zone. 5 HP in a dream. The flopper is going to be used. Pars is trying to make sure to get as close to the zone as possible. Pass on over the mats. Bryson Bolts down below. The Dark Horse all the way from the other side of the map. And a chance here to win the game, but Miro, the only solo really left in this game, make it 2. His chance to sneak up on his opponents, get the eliminations that matter, but Bryce, Bolts, they look up, they get that first elimination, and now it's a 1v2 situation. Nobody having the heals. Baka falls from above, and the 2v1. Batman Bugha even gets credit for the elimination, but it's Bryce, it's Bolts. They take the game and advance to the NA Grand Final. We back. Just in time. Just in time. Check the leaderboard. Yo, Viper, you spam one more time, bro.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? Welcome back to the FNCS. We just wrapped up game number 2, and this was gone over to Bolts and Bryce. Down 2.
I was like, is that music still playing? It is.
And again, against Baka by himself, they just had to lock it down. It was a wild one.
Hold on, let's check the win reaction.
To the grand finals next week.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
What the heck happened in game number 2? This entire
I won build. Nothing.
It looked so good.
Another kid dead. Come.
But the flank came in and they got so
Come here.
distracted.
I have 5 builds.
Bryce Bolts, kind of like the
Bro, I need to
same
teach these kids how to record, bro.
Think about it.
For Twitter. These clips look so ugly on Twitter.
Duo down there who's been fending it off for quite some time. And eventually the high ground team, no resources left to kind of
Let me pop
Yo, Viper, chill, brother.
game number 2.
We're gonna have to jump low ground and fight.
We're gonna have to drop low. Wait, you have lights or not?
No lights.
Wait, we're gonna drop it. Ready?
I'm on you. In the brick.
You're like 13, bro. You shouldn't even be using that language. Do your parents even know you use that language?
100. Nice. Shit.
Dumpenhausen is what it's called. But they do have
I might have to.
on his build.
Yeah, I'm in build.
broadcast towers that has a potential percentage
it all
of
solos?
spawning,
Come
and they
look at
definitely
it.
use it anytime
Yeah.
they can. They actually kind of stole it away from
I'm on you.
Ritual,
We
and
just have
it's
to fight.
really worked out for
I
them,
need to
and
reload my shotgun.
we can see
Straight
right
up, straight
here,
up, straight up.
Bryson
Wait.
Bolts once again
Dead?
going
Dead?
in.
Okay.
Last one's looking down.
To see if they get another
He ran,
top
but
10
I
performance.
think he has whites.
I like it. I like it.
He's fighting.
Standings. I want to see
Nice.
how things are
Good shit, bro.
starting to shape up, right? Again, we
Holy fuck.
only have 5 games today.
The
So we're
fuck was even that
almost
end
reaching
game,
that
bro?
Okay, that was
halfway point.
that was such a
So
dull
some of
reaction.
these stats, and again, if you're just tuning in, you're
Bro,
seeing 1,000
Viper, like,
points up there at top. That just means they're
bro,
on the
just
grand finals.
just
That's
chill.
the
Like, you don't have to call
They
nobody
don't play
names.
until next
And you
weekend,
did
but
spam, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 caps in a row, followed by 3 caps in a row.
digits.
Because I would assume, Isaiah, because these guys know job's not done. That's probably why they know they're not really celebrating. They know job's not done. Making it to grand finals isn't even half the battle. You got to go through 2 grueling days and a 1.5 times multiplier.
Out of Kanata where he was using those crash pad juniors, and it just seems like usually when I watch a Kanata and Cooper game, it's usually around this 9th, 10th zone mark where it's like, okay, their mats are looking a little low, and then they just make an incredible play.
I'm
You can
too
see, like,
old.
a minute later, 30
I'm okay
seconds
with
later,
like a little bit of
so
trash
many
talk,
goals
but
scored.
like
They're always so good at finding a refresh, and that's kind of how they like to play their
you don't even know the guy.
Yeah, and not only are their end games special, but their early and mid games are as well. This duo has to be one of the most innovative duos that we have in all of
Innovative.
Fortnite. Whether that's
Innovative.
Storm Surge, whether that's
Where's
sneaking
I'm
up
right
on
that shit
players
down.
and trying to get them. They've
Where's my
always been
notepad? I threw it
innovative,
somewhere
and
last
during
time
the
I
cash
streamed.
cups we saw
I
them
gotta
do
figure out where I
not
threw my
necessarily
notepad.
Innovative, but for that storm surge situation, having a player down by triple cacti and just
So
rotating.
you guys want to help me? You guys want to give me some good words, not just random words, some good words for tomorrow. I'm like innovative. They gotta innovate.
And that right there is definitely going to be leading them into at least a top 20. But I want to see that victory royale from them.
I think we all do.
Dude, I wrote that one down,
let's
bro.
just get them right into grand
Kelly's
finals.
vocabulary.
Let's get them their reserve seat on
That's
the
what
bus.
I in
It's
person.
fine. Another duo I want to see make it to grand finals. Obviously,
I used to have like a
Metro and Clicks,
notepad.
right? We would love to see these guys go through, and we kind of got to remember they're still trying to get themselves a spot to globals, right? So this is going to be a very big next 2 weeks for them. They just have to make it to grand finals. That's all. We can then play from there.
Yeah, interestingly enough, you know, I haven't really seen Clicks and Veto go for high ground all that much so far, seemingly. I'm not really.
I just don't even know how to respond to that, Viper.
Strategy right there, because we just saw that they were.
I don't even really know how to respond to that because he said you're annoying and your response
so far, but I was expecting
was
to see them
to like curse him out. But I get it. You're 13, but you know.
In one of these first 2 games.
You definitely saw a little peek
Like
right
stop
there from
stop
Clicks
the
checking
like he
out
didn't
Viper,
call
but
you a name.
unfortunately,
That's the
obviously,
thing.
got
Like he didn't
eliminated, so
call
we
you a
couldn't do
name. He
anything with
just
that. But I think
stated
really
that you were
between
being
this
annoying
duo
after like
that they're a
spamming
lot
on
more
2 different
patient, and
occasions.
they're just waiting for the right opportunity. And from the looks
On
of it,
2
that
different occasions, you did
opportunity
something
just
annoying. He
hasn't
called you annoying, and you
been
called
there
him an
exactly.
like he
And
said you were
I
being
can
annoying. He didn't even say
appreciate that
you're
for Clicks
annoying.
and
Or he did say
Vino,
you're annoying.
especially when what we've seen from Clicks earlier on in the year of how aggressive he takes heights. I don't think it's an issue.
To
that
me,
they
that's
haven't
the
controlled height
difference.
Yet. They still have 3
Come on,
more
Craze
games
and
to go to
Oliver,
that.
11th place.
Yeah, and you can just see even with that, you know, last game, right, jumping up 30 places. So I would love to believe these guys are at least locked in for tomorrow's upper bracket, right? But like you're saying, I want to see a victory out, right? Do they have what it takes to push it to that point? One thing well, we can probably discuss when we come back, but the difference of format, right? If we get a victory,
I'm a
out,
little
let's go
caught
to
off guard.
Finals, but right now
I'm a
it
little
feels
caught
like
off
they're playing
guard.
more for consistency, right? They don't necessarily care about that spot because they make it to Sunday, they play consistent. They're going anyway, right? So a lot of things, and we'll discuss this when we come back because I'm getting word it is time for the games right here.
Torin.
Again, this is game number 3.
I can't even sound that out like they taught me in school. Otorino Larinjolis. I don't
That's
know.
right. Your chances at grand finals
Bro, I'm about
are
to copy
starting
and
to
paste
run
this,
thin
bro.
here. You're looking at it all unfold right before your
Better
eyes.
not be some
ladies and
weird
gentlemen.
word.
And you know what? I want to give another little hats off to Bryce. It's about time we just give him credit. He has taken so many victories in the FNCS settings now.
Bro, you didn't even spell it right, though.
Late stages of the tournament. It's
Or
just
maybe you
overall
did.
impressive, Taco.
Yeah, now Bryson Bolts just need to get
What?
those
I can see what it is, but I can't pronounce that.
That's a story
I
for
can't.
next week. I'm really excited about currently is the fact that Scented actually announcing he's going to be landing at Dumpenhazen now.
Yeah, thank you for pronouncing it for me.
Be coached by Bolts. So when you're looking at the duo that just had success from their uncon drop spot, now giving you, I guess, essentially the recipe for success, some good things could happen here for Hound and Scented in lobby number 3.
Yeah, I do think that's interesting, right? Scented is obviously someone with exceptional skill, but Hound has been up at the top, and not only that,
My mouth sting. I put a whole bottle of hot sauce and started chugging it. Why would you chug hot sauce though? Why would you chug hot sauce?
He is made of elite skill, and he's been around the scene for a long time. So let's see what's going to happen here for game number 3 now.
Why are we drinking hot sauce?
All right, so game 3 is here. We're going to kick things off, and Taco, you just dropped a little bombshell on us, though. If Bolts truly is going to be taking Scented through their drop,
Thought it would taste good? What kind of hot sauce?
For them to get them at least into an
Uh-oh.
endgame conversation. We've seen that endgame by no means is anyone's free reign.
I just don't understand.
Depending on where things
Actually, I
end.
do.
Last game was a mountain zone. Anything can happen.
Mixon and
However,
Blaha tried another drop spot. They didn't like it. They have no choice.
Story, but first, this drop right here, the battle continues this time. Mixon and Blaha a little bit more standoffish as they have the center, not the high ground.
But Mixon and Blaha back to tried and true. Last lobby, we saw them take Quanti and Yapko by surprise when they chose to contest
Working
here
from the top down.
with Research Rock, and now Quanti, after having been brought incredibly low, it's still going to be Blaha.
Yapko's going for a flank. Yapko's going for a flank.
Yapko just kind of crouch walking around, trying to see.
He's going for a flank. Okus and Bucky are out. I don't know. They probably switched up their drop spot.
You hear those feet stomping around ground above him on the ceiling.
Or maybe they rotated too far south after landing Grim. Or maybe they rotated too far south.
He is looking for the prime opportunity.
Oh, we got a gifted a sub.
100 gifted and 100 bits too.
Oh my god.
What the rock is cooking.
He hit the big 100. The big 100. Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Thank you so much for the bits and the gifted.
Happy weekend, Bree.
It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. He said happy weekend. My birthday's in September.
On what was left of Convict and Duo, and there you have it. We're gonna call it vacant gates at this point. There isn't a team left.
Yikes.
That is
Yikes.
a crazy closure to Grimgate in lobby number 3, though, MDF. The fact that
I'm gonna drink Frank's Red Hot Sauce.
prospered.
That's like the wing sauce. Rigby and Mordecai? Rigby and Mordecai sounds like a duo off of Rick and Morty.
Rigby and Mordecai. They don't win this exchange.
Cam and Diminish just want to get out. They don't care to fight this.
From lobby number 3, but Cam and Diminish just trying to see if they can get away. No, Rigby, Mordecai, they want to give chase, but their crash
Oh my god, their crash pads are failing right now.
Nitro Splash gonna come out instead because Rigby
Crash pads are failing right now. They can't chase that because the crash pads. 3 for 3 wins. They just got 11. Okay, hold on real quick.
not gonna be the case.
Hold on real quick.
Forced to let this one go. They just don't have the loadout that they need to give
1-8, 1-8, 1-11. And Acorn and Cole, they're still beating them in points. Oh my god. Gay and Sprite are doing good. Rat Gun and Quinn. Short and Zypher, Tavern TK. Not bad, not bad.
So this is just, you know,
Not bad.
action lending its way out of the Grim Gate, spilling into the fields. Baka and Pars. 2 eliminations now because of that quick finish.
Okay. Wait, what is this?
Onto their, Grim
Wait,
Gate
what is
as well,
this?
so they'll be able to take those into.
This wasn't supposed to be competitive.
Noticing some things there for Pars and Baka at the ship at station. But most importantly of all, they just have so many forms of mobility surrounding them. 2 flaming boost tubes.
That wasn't supposed to be competitive.
And then also the possibility of either the weapons bunker, a couple of forecast towers that they could potentially look to.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm just trying to see right now.
For the time being, as Baka and Pars, they might go hunting for some buried treasure a little bit later on. See if they can get some.
Let me see. Let me
better
see.
shield potion options. Kanata and Cooper all the while just holding it down outside of the Nitrodrome, waiting to get their surge.
I guess they didn't say it wasn't in comp, did they?
Those tag exchanges.
Did they say it wasn't in comp?
Are going to be the ultimate beneficial factor there when they're looking for that tag damage.
What's happening
Huh.
here? Little
Don't know, I guess.
little rat play
Don't know.
from Noisy. He's just sneaking his way around, trying to work his way towards the reboot van. Reciprocal and G-Monster want nothing of it. They'll likely be sitting on the card here of Noisy's duo mate. Here at the Rebel Roost.
But they give you nothing?
Surely is where they
Wait,
want
so
to
then
pick
what's
up.
the point?
They're gonna go ahead and play the lowest of low.
I feel bad. Bakken Pars taking a loadout slot. They're like, yeah.
Probably has to figure out
Yeah, we have ourselves a treasure map.
effort anymore and
We
like
got
this game
ourselves
by
a
himself
treasure
if
map
he
here.
Wants to have anything.
And then little do they know they're going to get nothing?
The craziest part, though, is that this might not even be worth.
You guys heard the howl?
Or G Money either, MDF.
You guys heard the howl in there?
Get this elimination quick enough if Noisy actually decides to sit and wait it out, but gotta make
Oh,
a
he
step
saw.
back.
He's looking through.
Noisy, no sound being made. It's giving him a little bit of confidence here to try and press towards his teammates.
Ooh, that sucks for Noisy.
Now, Reciprocal, G Money, they're gonna pop out of the woodwork. And just like that, Noisy trying to do what he can to bail out of this situation, but This is the moment that reciprocal G-Money
I'm not even sure Noisy got the reboot though. I'm not sure he got the card.
just how necessary this surge damage is going to be for their late game strategy. If they can make it there, definitely had some struggles in the mid game because of how far they've had to rotate in general. The first two lobbies today, reciprocal needs a big tag in the process, but will find that elimination onto Noisy. So a slight profit currently for G-Money and Noisy, and now it's all about working their way down from Rebels Roost and joining the rest of the teams in zone.
Oh no, you're really coming for him, man. I just gotta start. Kyle, you really coming for him. Mason Walkers. Restored reels just towards the outside. I think there's a cactus around here somewhere. If I remember correctly, there's a cactus around here somewhere. It might be on Raze and Curly, but maybe it's on Shadow and Walkers.
This is outside the shipwreck. A lot of teams actually engaging in their own fights nearby, so everyone very much focused on their own efforts here. Cactus on the control.
You know what it is? That's the thing.
Time is on the side for the team who's in control here. And you know, all in all, even if this doesn't end
What's up, Brad? How you doing, Brad?
in some points, I mean, what we are watching is
YouTube chat is calm, bro. The YouTube chat is actually where it's at right now, Brad.
trades and still bounce back.
You might be the only one, but it's already more calm than the Twitch chat.
I'm gonna back off of that statement.
They're fighting 13 rounds in the UFC ring in the Twitch chat.
They've lost control of the cactus at this point, so we need to see them press in like yesterday. There we go. Mason jumps in, makes the edit, finds a huge tag onto Curly, and they can't allow them to recuperate at this point.
It's not the HDMI cord, it's the port, apparently. Curly and Raze lost this same fight against Muzz and Epic Will, I think, in game 1. It's almost the same exact fight.
So Walker is going to be forced to reassess the situation here, decide.
Not as much space and flexibility, though.
Depend on that slurp cactus healing up his white health there, along with the shields eventually, but Raze one more time doing exactly what he needs to try and cover his duo, but no.
Oh,
Maybe a split too far.
literally, this is happening the same exact way. Trading shots, losing the trades.
Duo, a little bit of time. Yeah, they really wanted to just forcibly take that position. Still a slight
Oh,
health
nice,
advantage, at least as
nice
far as
shot.
Mason is concerned. Looking for another shot onto Curly, won't be able to connect.
Mason going in there, taking another angle. Ooh, but he didn't watch the top. It's already edited. It gets traded out, though. Raze is down. Mason is down. They do have the cactus, though, on this side. And almost a empty Flowberry Fizz to a full one. Raze is still alive. Walkers with a great shot. Surprise attack from above. Curly does have the big pot. Tries to land a shot in there. Walkers now has an opportunity to get the elimination onto Raze, pick up the resources, mats, everything and more, but he's still attacking from the other side. Curly trying to pop a big pot. He's going to be able to get out for now, but trading shots yet again against Walkers, who's really not backing down with the fight. Walkers has nothing to lose in this because he already lost Mason, and he stands 10 toes down.
Mason, the zone has moved on, and sure, he can pick up everything that was earned here, but there's no extra heals. There's nothing to walk away with other than his wounds here, and he will have to play for the pickup somewhere close by. Either way, we'll find out if it was worth it. That's a lot of damage to take here this late into the early game as we're starting to approach the middle.
I don't even know what just happened right now. I'll be honest. I don't even know what just happened. Where's Yamzo? I don't see Yamzo anywhere. I see Tayson. I don't see Yamzo. I don't even see Yamzo on the minimap. That looks like it could have been Yamzo's body. Victor V is still holding on to the treasure map. They're still holding on to the treasure map.
Wouldn't be surprised if this happened to draw some third-party attention in the process, so Victor's got to be careful.
Ozone Lawrence is here. Paper, Victor V, Blaha Mixon after that win against Kwani and Yapko. I don't think they necessarily have the most surge because it was an early game fight. But at the same time, just being stuck in this situation isn't good. Zone is moving all the way towards the west.
Just a little bit into his blind.
Neither of these teams are winning heal off now because of it.
Paper. They've got to make the choice. Ultimately, is this really the fight that we want to keep trying to pursue? Especially when we know that a third-party team.
You're the one who said they don't get loot.
Yeah, I'm not too sure Victor actually knows if Lawrence is there or not. Like, he's looking back, but he didn't throw walls down, so I'm a bit confused. But
I swear you would. Treasure maps are in comp, but they give you nothing. Oh, that was Who Cares. Never mind. That was Who Cares. Sorry, both your name are blue. Both your name are blue. I can't see blue correctly. I'm too old to see blue. As you get older, blue is just one of those colors, you know?
Such a strong duo this
Uh-oh, Kyle.
They've taken on some more, you know,
I'm not sure if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing.
But either way,
Want to put your channel points in timeout Viper? Is that what you're trying to do?
towards the final stages, they play smart. They take the battles they know that they can win. And
Just 2 big pods, bro? That's ugly.
But what this really all comes back to is the fact that
All right, so they're going to be finding a lot of these cactuses. Try to save as many of those med kits as possible. So hopefully they aren't used already, essentially, from other teams that rotated through here.
Because of these south bowling zones, again, MDF, keep in mind.
Found a second one. They used their Nitro Splash, you know. The other night when you were spectating Trim, I was still in the call with Zifty. You were scanning through players, and a player that had acquired the forecast tower owed the next circle in his top right map, and seeing that, I relayed the circle location to Z. I felt terrible.
We've even seen the 2 highest storm surge damage thresholds of the season so far in those specific zones.
Bro, I mean, there's nothing I can do to stop that.
Like walkers that are kind of just left in those solo situations. If you
So Rift Island being over here, Clix and Veno are going to go on top of Rift Island. There is nobody here just yet, but I do expect them to either rotate early or be one of the last teams to rotate off. Peterbot and Pollo are going over there now.
Take a look at this. Peterbot and Pollo actually caught wind of Clix moving up to the Rift Island. Maybe by himself.
Yeah, they're going to get him. They're going to get him.
Surely has to be given a call out.
They're going to get him.
Angle here that there's a team underneath. And Clix is eyeing up the launch pad here, trying to keep control of it, and he doesn't feel safe.
He just left. He just left. They know that's Clix and Veno though. They know that's Clix and Veno. I forgive you. I'm no qualms about it at all. Ooh. But Peterbot and Pollo don't got to worry about HP, shields, or anything of the sort because they do have the medallion. And you see the shields already going up.
For them to get into this exchange here.
Peterbot and Pollo will always be the winners of these trades.
And there just isn't anyone in sight. It's almost as if we're watching a zone war, just a standoff between the two.
And that's just the tough situation to be in.
Click says, "Oh wow, dude,
I was like pre-calling that one because I've seen the clips. Peterbot can just handle this spray so well.
Wait a minute. Did they not get Forecast Tower? What's up, No Girls Blake? Thank you for the bits.
I was just about to compliment.
Viper, you can't. There's no way. I know you're young, bro, but there's no way you think those are the same thing.
I think when we first saw, BloodX kind of harping on Clix needing.
People are so weird. That's why he got. Bro, Shadow. Bro, what is wrong? Do you just not like anybody?
Search strategies and the position that Clix has been in.
Put the mic down a little bit. Do you just not like anybody?
A relatively unlucky sequence of events for the first 2 lobbies as far as Clix and Veno are concerned, because you do have to keep in mind throughout the duration of this season they have actually
I was trying to hide it right now. Yo, Blake, how's your day going? No Girls Blake.
Not only take over but kind of hold.
Thank you for the bits.
Longest. So the fact that we haven't really seen them be able to establish that control here today, I think again it just all kind of funnels back to the circumstances.
I'm just a positive person, by the way.
Mid-game sequences, lobby number 1, we saw Clix and Veno kind of exchanging.
I'm just a positive person, so.
Lobby number 2, they were
Funny Yapko, Aegis Rise, Liam, and Noah.
Then just get bamboozled in the secondary hype mid layer by Rapid, who was operating as like a
No, this is not real. I was about to say that is not real.
It almost feels like a matter of time before
Didn't Kwani and Yapko go down off spawn? Or was I just not paying enough attention in the front side of the, or in the beginning, not the front, the beginning? Oh, thank you, Shadow. You probably like me as a streamer. You do hate me as a caster.
just as a reminder right now, what we're looking out for is the Victory Royale. The win will send you to the grand finals. It'll skip you past the Saturday and Sunday of games that we have coming up this weekend. And it'll send you straight to the finals.
Baka's all the way up there. Muzz and Epic Well. Where's Pars? I need to see the mini map. Because right now, it doesn't look like Pars is anywhere. Because I don't see a solo on the map anywhere.
Uppers bracket number 2, and you get sent down to the lower bracket. So there is very much a lot on the line here.
Uh-oh, Yamzo and Tayson. Again, they're below on Surge. Second game in a row. They find the elimination. Good damage there, but they're still below. 50 below. 35. The Enforcer. But Storm Surge is currently active. No shotgun shots in the inventory. Very, very low on ammo. Does he know he has no shotgun ammo? Yeah, do they know?
Storm is working together, and yeah, you're right. The ammo is low now too.
What does that mean? Give you a shout out to first stream you've done.
Right now for
What's up though?
They do have some
I don't understand what your question is exactly.
That damage threshold now sitting at 33.
Yeah.
And they've got quite a ways to go with a decent amount of traffic surrounding them. And Yamzo, more than ever, I mean, he's only got 6 shots to operate with here, MDF. And granted, if you expect accuracy from anyone, I think Yamzo is a fair target to call out. So unfortunate with the crash pad there. But
actually, I was wondering, like, I was reading that, and I was like, hold up. That can't be what he said.
These two are definitely some high-caliber players.
I can't believe they're this low on Surge in consistent games. But Malibuca Mustache on EU, even with the red line rig, we're just so low on Surge. So low on Surge. Oh, 88 below, and it is doing damage. It is doing damage.
I do think they at least have some footing here.
92 below. Taki and Freeze are there. Epic and Muzz are above. They're going to choose to go low. Taki and Freeze are the ones they're going after. They get the piece control. Wall's going to separate him, but Yamzo's going to go down, sacrificing himself, trying to get damage. Freeze and Taki trying to stay alive. They're well above that damage threshold. They don't have to worry about it, but now they're just going down because of it. Clicks even comes in out of nowhere, getting elimination. Tayson gets one as well, but Yamzo is down, so it's really going to be up to Tayson here.
He's got the extra heals. This is going to come down to Tayson just playing a miraculous game now at this point. Which
Nitros, they have the Flowberry Fizz. A lot of opportunity here.
Titles. As an individual, he is arguably, you know, amongst the greats of the great, especially on the European region, absolutely on the global stage.
Yep.
So we have a true chance here. It was
No, I don't think so. If you were down on Surge as a team, not winning this game. No Tayson Yamzo win here today. No Tayson and Yamzo win here today.
Especially when you consider that they had every single factor working against them prior to that refresh. Tayson, though, understanding the fact that he's not going to be able to lead the charge as far as trying to look to control the front side of zone. He's probably going to be looking to operate a little bit more from that backside of zone.
So I don't try and enable the negative attention, which I was talking about the other day with Viper, and it's not only Viper, it's a lot of people. Where they're cool with you, but they want to start with an argument. Nice over the top rotation, mixing in Blaha. They just don't have any builds. They really don't have any resources. They're gonna need to jump onto a team, get an Elim. There's really not gonna be too many scraps that are left behind. 222 below, 15 seconds. It will activate, so it's now or never situation, and they just get tagged up on the way there. Forteca and Paco, former teammates. Mixin and Paco came to NA together. Forteca just goes down out of nowhere. Now Storm Surge is active. They need a full elimination worth of damage. 192, continuously falling, even with some damage off of spawn. Mixin and Blah have come to the end of their road here in this game.
They pick up what's left of the team. I mean, they didn't deliver much, but it's still better than what they had before. And even with that refresh, Shadow and Virgil are very much in a scrappy situation here.
Ooh, nice. Towards the outside, they can continue running. Even since they're outside of zone, they can quickly try to keep on going. Shadow leads him to the promised land on the other side, the front side of the zone. It's going to open up just a little bit. It is going to open up just a little bit. Everybody going over the top. It goes up this mountain, back bottom of the mountain. Miro's persistence targeting out Tayson. Miro might know he's a solo, but no matter what happens here, 88 below the damage threshold, they got to start to figure out where they're going to get that damage from. It does need to go down to, I think, about 30 players, maybe 34. So a number of individuals do need a drop here. Cam in a minute is trying to get damage. Is flying through the sky. Clicks takes down Orgmate Trashy. Tayson finds another big elimination on to death, but he finally gets taken down. That's Chimp. That's Scissor. They're going to take him down. Muzz Epic on the other side, box to box with Peter and Pollo, so they got to be able to watch out for the situation like this. Is it a hand cannon shot? I do think snuck its way through. Epic Well is going to be down overall. Muzz is still on the other side with the focus from Peterbot and Pollo drawing in their direction. He goes up, over. I'm not sure they know Epic Well is a solo, and it's down overall. They're going to continue to push over in this direction and steal away all the loot that didn't even go to them to begin with. That's on the bottom left here. Crisp and Noxy, though, they're going to be the ones well above everybody else. Somebody sneaks it away very, very quickly. They got to be careful. That's Virgo. That's Shadow. Hey, they have a chance to win a game here. Uncontested off the drop. 20 below the damage threshold, though. They do need to be careful, but he has that crash pad. That crash pad's going to be perfectly placed to get him to the front side of the zone. Hopefully they can reunite together because they don't have a lot of builds. Anybody jumps into their box just like this, you might not be able to defend yourself, and Shadow is going to go down. Peterbot and Pollo bull rush their way in. 2 eliminations. That's going to be their third. A refresh on the materials is as much of a refresh as you can. I did cast EU. It's Peterbot and Pollo. This is really shades of game number 1 where they ran out of builds. They fell just short. And now they're on the low ground trying to take notes of some of the teams that we saw on EU today and Dukes and Sphinx here today. Low ground can actually win you games, and it may not win a championship, but winning a game here is all that really matters. Then you get your golden ticket directly to the FNCS Grand Finals. Noxy and Crispo, they're going to be in the driver's seat well above everybody else. Veno Clicks trying to be proactive, find some shots, eliminations. They're 455 above the damage threshold, so that's not necessarily going to be their focal point. It's trying to get a refresh damage, catch somebody off guard, and really see how far they can stretch themselves. And see Veno's just making very, very sure not to drop himself down to that low layer, passing over Kola on over to Clicks, trying to get the shields up as fast and as quickly as possible. Looking towards the high ground, that's Noxy, that's Chris, who get targeted out, but Rigby buys them time inadvertently by targeting out Clicks, and Veno can no longer look above, and Rigby's going to pay for that one. Veno takes him down. Great elimination for him, but doesn't have a lot of shields and doesn't have a lot of HP either. Veno goes down, and now a world of pressure has just been placed on the shoulders of Clicks to try to survive with no builds and nothing that can be done about it as he gets peeked in, focused by both Aminished and Cam to take him down altogether. Peterbot and Pollo, during all that chaos and destruction, they take away the high ground, and with the Deagle switch to the Machinist, they take down Ritual, and he gets fully eliminated, taken down. Great refresh from Peterbot, learning from the mistakes passed there in game number 1, but multiple teams are trying to go up. They're trying to take the high ground, the crash pad, the Flowberry Fizz, the combination of both, and Rise is going to be taking a 1v2 against Cam and Aminish, and he's ready to go all out, but they're breaking him down, but it is going to be a 1v1. Ager's waiting until they drop him down to the palm of their hands, and now they've overtaken it with Cam and Aminish no longer in sight. Agers and Rise now have a clear-cut win condition and a big spot on the high ground, and as soon as they look below, it's Peterbot and Pollo. They're the ones that take the focus of this one. They're using one disaster, and trying to turn it into something more. Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. They get to the front, they take space, they take down a Minish. Cam soon to follow. That's where Peterbot and Poyo have a dynamic duo, a system set up where they already have 11 eliminations, but they are weak. They're passing around the medallion, doing what they can to get the shields up, bringing it into final form as Peterbot finds another elimination, taking down Bacon. 2v2 situation. Agers and Rise, Peterbot and Poyo, the battle of the Titans. And right now with Agers and Rise, a new drop spot, a ship that they could sail into the horizons if they get this win to capture that treasure. And the treasure is a golden ticket to the finals. Agers going to be the first one dropping down. Nitro Splash trying to catch him off guard, but Peterbot and Poyo saw that one coming. They make their way upward. 1v1. Rise forced to reload, but Agers is there to seal the deal. Back-to-back eliminations. They've stolen the treasure. They go to the grand finals. We'll see you there next weekend.
An excellent final showdown, though, between these two powerhouse duos.
I need to breathe.
Sure enough, it's crazy to think that Rise and Agers were still able to.
Now let me read the chat real quick.
For a moment there, MDF, you're right. They did take a quick pause that almost netted a success there.
Dude, I'm trying though, Kyle. It sounded prime today. I felt good on EU today. I felt so good on EU today. Thank you so much for that hydrate.
Taco, and just like that, Agers and Rise are sending themselves straight to the grand finals. I mean, I liked what
What's up, Nails?
Yeah, I definitely can't ever feel bad.
It's over, bro. Peter won. Nah, Viper. Nah.
Into grand finals is a ticket into the grand finals. So
I might have to go get more water though.
Rise and Agers pulling off with that one, and we'll see what happens in lobby number 4 as we come back from this quick break.
All right, can I go get some more water? I do have a Jiffin drink that's not water. All right, so my predictions are actually trash. I got 1 out of 3 so far. It seems like Monster got cut off right there. I'm trying to make a tweet and I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, we got a caption. We got a caption right there. We got a caption. All right, I'm going to go. After I hit this tweet, I'm going to go get some more water. After I hit tweet. I have 0. I do have a little bit of drink left. A little drink left, but it's not water. So we can all take a quick break. We can all take a quick break. We have 2 minutes. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back, actually. Forget about hitting that tweet button.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? That was game number 3 of the FNCS. This is just day number 1 of the semifinals. Agers and Rise taking it to Peterbot and Pollo. And once again, that moment we think, is it over? Is this the moment? Is this when Peterbot and Pollo qualify? Well, Agers and Rise said, listen, no.
Whew, we got some water. We got a nice tall glass of water. Well, same size glass.
2v2 Vivid, like
same size glass of water.
High ground looking to throw a crash pad down to possibly like, you know, displace them.
Agers and Rise, Duke and Sinks, Bryce and Bolts. This is actually not a bad 3-game winners that we've had so far. Not a bad one. 2 games left.
Crash pad directly up, and I'm like, oh, okay, they have play, and then there's like 3 teams above them.
Yep.
Further up, I'm like, what is going on? Somehow Ager and Rise come out on top of the higher ground and close the game from that.
Let's quickly watch that replay though. I want to watch that replay along with you guys. How about that? How about we watch the replay together? Because I actually do want to see it, and then we'll come back. We'll look at the leaderboards as they continue on here. Win condition and a big spot on the high ground, and as soon as they look below, it's Peterbot and Pollo. They're the ones that take the focus of this one. They're using one disaster and trying to turn it into something more. Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. They get to the front, they take space, they take down a Minish. Cam soon to follow. That's where Peterbot and Pollo have a dynamic duo, a system set up where they already have 11 eliminations, but they are weak. They're passing around the medallion, doing what they can to get the shields up, bringing it into final form as Peterbot finds another elimination, taking down Bacon. 2v2 situation. Agers and Rise, Peterbot and Pollo, the battle of the Titans, and right now with Agers and Rise, a new drop spot, a ship that they could sail into the horizons if they get this win to capture that treasure, and the treasure is a golden ticket to the finals. Agers going to be the first one dropping down. Nitro Splash trying to catch him off guard, but Peterbot and Pollo saw that one coming. They make their way upward, 1v1. Rise forced to reload, but Agers is there to seal the deal. Back-to-back eliminations. They
Surge, and you know, it's they're forced to kind of make plays. I know Tayson. Let's go. That game, so
what do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
A lot of the teams off guard so far, but I think something that isn't necessarily a surprise is to see Peterbot and Pollo with the most eliminations. I mean, Kelly, what is this duo known for? It's those eliminations.
So Rise and Agers, you guys want a quick stat? A quick stat you're gonna get nowhere else. All right, quick stat. Agers and Rise just became the first 2 NA players with multiple wins on upper bracket day 1. But it was just with different duos. Agers and Bugha and Rise with Yamso in Major 2, respectively. All 3 games today were won by uncontested teams, which is not that surprising.
Maybe Peterbot and Pollo, they want some practice. They want to work because this is one of the we've seen, except for Cash Cup.
First 2 zones today have pulled drastically south with the highest storm surge thresholds for the season in 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the first 2 games has had the highest storm surge thresholds all season long.
Layers throughout those first couple of games so far, so adjusting and becoming a little bit more of a strategic duo. I think that makes them even a little bit more scarier.
Bro, you're talking about scary. I mean, you just see them.
I don't think they're actually contested because
while they're building, while they're being
actually maybe they are. I don't know. We could probably check that out later.
As you saw there in second place for just a moment, a duo that's been kind of relatively quiet that we're not getting to see. I forgot their name. I'm so sorry, but it's been crazy. It's been a very good day of Fortnite. Now, my worry, and actually I wanted to bring this topic up because I just thought about something.
Bro, Peterbot's just on a rampage, bro.
Consistency, right? So, obviously, if we get the victory out, wow, we're done. We just go grand finals. It's cool. It's chill. But if we think of this as grand finals lobbies, right? We win grand finals by
I'm just trying to think, like.
So, though the victory route might be cool, and it's like,
okay, let's see another win reaction. Let's see another win reaction. Does anybody get hype?
Like, how do we balance this, right? Do we just go victory out? Does that work? Does that change how our duo works now?
I think as we're kind of seeing the meta develop throughout some of these games, right? A lot of these teams seemingly going for higher ground.
What is this? What is this? Nobody's getting hype over a win?
implemented crash pads, kind of sending it up on the high ground.
Nobody's getting hyped for a win right now.
Kind of consistently go ahead and find, like you're kind of saying, Zeke. So maybe playing more into the consistency during this meta might be what teams need to do.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Right? Hear me out. Peterbot and Puyo are doing this on purpose so they can play more.
Seeing as much consistency from some teams. But I mean, these players, just looking at the top 10 lobby list right there, this could be a grand finals lobby. There are absolutely incredible competitors right here. I don't even think that maybe they're necessarily worried about consistency.
No paper or edgy?
Bracket, although that is preferred.
Are you telling me they're not in the top 16
right now? I think that they are playing like this is grand finals.
Where is paper at?
There's no secret strats. There's no holding back. Right now, they are playing like.
What list am I even looking? Oh, I'm looking at lower bracket. Ah!
Yeah, and you think grand finals time, only 10 spots.
Okay, here we go.
Global championships. It's only the top 10, and that's what we're looking at. Like grand finals. Let's
Where
make it
is
sure, let's fight
paper
for Axe, sure.
and
Let's fight
Victor
for those 10
Beezy's?
spots, right?
Paper
So
and
much
Victor
on
V
the
are
line, but as we
12th.
continue to discuss, we are getting word the bus is ready to go. So let's jump back on board with MDF and Taco.
What's up? Welcome back, Viper.
Thanks so much, Zeke, Vivid, and Kelly. And hey, you guys are talking about a game of consistency. Well, one consistent theme throughout the course of our first 3 lobbies today here, MDF, is that the first 3 teams to get victory royales, they all were uncontested. So
Some big moments so far here. Peterbot's aim was absolutely insane at the end of that game. It was absolutely insane.
Correlation between being uncontested and just having a better time more often than not. But what we're looking at unfold, especially after
I feel like
that last game was
I
very
can't clear my
interesting. The middle of
throat.
the map was completely clear. But first,
There we
let's
go.
jump in here. Game number 4 is ready.
All right, game 4. So there's only 2 games left.
And I like this
2 games left.
because I kind of want to see what you were getting at there, essentially, MDF, because it felt like you were really running away with that thought for a moment.
Yeah, I was looking at the Pleasant Piazza, right? The way the map has continued to develop. When the zone pulled west, all of the teams were east. All of the teams were south. They're leaning towards these cactuses, and for good
Not
reason,
only
right?
towards the cactuses, but
What's left of the
during
western side
scrims
of the map to be
and a lot of qualifiers, the zone always goes south.
No one in sight when the Rift Island positioned itself up. Right?
That's
On
the
that
thing.
western side, and they're also
That's
one of
the biggest
teams at
thing.
the top of the standings, right? I think it's very clear that teams that are almost playing a little bit of a different strategy.
No Bucky and
right?
Okus, they're not here anymore.
Those generally highly contested areas.
Does look like they maybe contested Baka and Par's last game. I can't guarantee where they went this game.
You know, farm your tags effectively.
But there is a team right below
And
them,
we're
so
talking about teams with skill. I mean, we're looking at
they could have just moved a little bit more south.
Rapid, Convict, Vanillas, and this exchange that's consistently been taking place as well here at Grim Gate.
Peterbot has 2 times as much damage dealt as the next highest player. Peterbot has over 6,000 damage dealt today, while the next closest player has 3,300 in Muzz.
With a steep outdrop here at Research Rock, but now it's all about whether or not
Uh-oh.
Epco can actually follow up with a little bit of pressure here. Some slight farmers gonna
They have that
come
full
through.
center.
Nitro splashes.
I want to see them try to, like,
Clear the Yapco and Kwani.
I was about to say utilize it, but Mixon and Blaha, they actually got good loot on the other side.
Okay job at creating some distance away from where
Wait, timed out by Stream Elements.
they understand fully.
It's only been 1 second.
Want to keep having
Oh.
the game we've been seeing
Yo, I was like, what just happened?
from them. Well, they've got to make sure they start things off on the right foot here.
You're not actually timed out, bro.
They know the map, right? Breaking
That's
into
what
the map
Vanish does.
with
I didn't
some
know that.
extra brick, a couple extra walls to work with, right? Gives you all the more of a slight advantage.
I was like, what the heck just happened? I was trying to look like, what mods are in here, bro? No one gets timed out, too.
Are the stronger duo right now, and it shows not only in their ability to land.
They're not
but their
actually
ability to,
timed out, though. That's the
you know,
thing.
Do what they do so far in the post of the landing, right here in the early game. So it's looking good.
I think. Can they type again? Isaiah, can you type already?
They've had enough
Oh, no, yeah. Okay, I
inside
was
the
about to
heart
say.
of Grim Gate.
I was
They're
like,
trying
can
to
you
play the
type already?
outskirts
Dude's
here.
disappeared.
I like this move. However, last game it did not work out with Pars deciding that they were just going to keep
That's
it.
actually, I didn't even see him there, bro. My eyes
Maybe now that
broken.
They have a little bit more of their footing.
My eyes broken.
Been alive a bit longer than they have in the previous rounds. That can actually
Yeah, do Bucky and Okus even make
And keep in
upper
mind also,
bracket?
though, they're kind of hovering
Did Bucky and Okus even make upper bracket?
But Bucky and Okus formerly liked dropping at restored reels, and so this might
Right
be
now,
a portion of the map that's maybe just got a
I
little
don't even
bit
really
more
see them
familiar
on the
behind it
leaderboard
for
right
them
now for some
to
reason.
try and find some more success factors going.
46
for them. But,
with
yeah, they
4
are going to
points.
have to probably
Eesh.
deal with the likes of Baka and Pars first and foremost before they can really get the ball rolling. And you can tell when you're sitting at just 4
Bro,
points,
now I
the
know.
top 25, the leaderboard becoming significantly more questionable. I think that for Bucky and Okus, it's
Bro, if we get
another
one of these predictions, dude said if I get one of these predictions, come on, Isaiah. We had our chance to get the skin. If I don't get the skin, you don't get the skin.
There isn't 6 rounds, so one game is going to hold a significant.
We had our chance, man. We did. I don't get the skin. It's not like I'm gonna get the skin.
Bracket, which essentially is the next big milestone. For someone like Aminish and Cam, they just need to win, but these early game fights are extremely critical here because you're not going to find the tags otherwise. It's going to be a lot more difficult.
That's another team above. Aminish and Cam got to be careful. They've been rotating from Grand Glacier, where most of the day they were contested by Rigby and Mordecai, so they're following them parallel. But Chimp by himself on top of that mountain, putting down pressure from above. You don't necessarily know he's by himself. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Scrappy week 2 on the qualifying stage, and
Who's been falling for 2 days?
they're just
Oh,
trying to see
okay.
if they can replicate some victory royale success. All they need is one, right?
What's your other account, Shadow?
At the end of the day, it just comes down to focusing.
But me, I don't know. I feel like I'm not a big enough streamer that warrants mods. At least not right now. I have 10 people. Oof. Miro and Pink.
Vanilla's just sandwich.
Vanilla and Convicts tried to do the Batman Booga. They went north to get their surge, but they run into the wrong team. They run into the wrong team.
And this is going to be exactly what they're looking for in terms of setting up for their mid game.
The reason why they're amongst the top, but Bak and Pars last we tuned in, they were under the effects of the Nitro, rushing their way up the mountain, and you can see that it was
Just unfortunate. Bucky and Okus are not making upper bracket.
They were chasing out.
The only way Bucky and Okus make upper bracket is if they get close to winning.
Points there, just chipping away, keeping themselves very much afloat inside of this top 25. Noxie and Crisp now in a fight up against Zaire.
Okay.
Noxie has the advantage. He's got the high.
Yo, Shadow, what was your other username?
Overall position is concerned, his performance here has been very much decent with Crisp, to say the least.
Diddy Party Owner. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's not making uppers, let's be honest. I mean, he's in uppers here. He's going to lower bracket tomorrow, though. So he needs top 30 tomorrow to go back to uppers. Anybody who doesn't get top 30 from lowers tomorrow is eliminated from FNCS.
Although I'm not sure that this is the kind that you necessarily want an invite to, MDF, is Noxie Crisp now might be needing to look for their bailout strategy.
Noxie, Chris, there's a whole third team now here. Praise and Oliver take a lot of the focus. Chris and Noxie have to get in this mix if they're trying to third party and get the damage they were looking for. Possibly more with an elimination. Oliver and Craze, they get separated. Finally, Chris and Noxie enter into this exchange.
Side jumps here to see if he can clean off some of the shield cracks that through earlier onto Zaire.
Oh, they break through one box. He has to be careful. You see, they both looked around for him. Chris and Noxie get one. Oliver and Craze get the other. They just got ripped apart.
One elimination so far in their favor, and a strong amount of heals.
Clicks fan.
Oliver and Craze.
Oh, bro, Shadow.
Clean up house here.
We don't do that, bro. We don't do that. That's zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. I appreciate you for coming in the stream. I appreciate you adding me, but that's zero tolerance for me.
So what they came here for was the action, was for the damage. They have the advantage. Look at this. They're going to pop the Nitro once again here. So showing us everything that they're looking to do here.
Like, if you want to come back after your timeout, Shadow, hopefully you choose to stay here, but yeah.
OG especially is playing with so much more.
I don't mind banter and trash talk, but that was neither.
Everybody's gonna trust in their own ability.
And I do apologize for anybody seeing that.
Truly seen some really strong synergy between Oliver OG and Craze. You can tell there's a lot of trust.
This is a Clicks and Veno zone. This is a Clicks and Veno zone, though. Oh, dude, I forgot about Snacky and Magia. QNDX and Phantom qualified from the same spot that they're landing at. No, he said it's a Viper, but I don't really care who he said it to. At the end of the day, that's not something you tell people.
Go ahead and look to isolate Snacky right now. Typically, Peterbot.
Don't worry about it. Let's just forget about it, folks. Let's just watch Peterbot and Poyo win this fight.
Working their ways through two different angles, almost like solo.
Let's see him, you know.
When you watch them take on a team, we're seeing a lot of smart disengages there from Peterbot and Poyo all day. This is different than anything we saw last season. They've been much
pushed him
more
out of zone though.
contained, I would say, from the way that they play.
I wish I feel bad for Snacky. Snacky went from winning back-to-back FNCS titles to just like falling off. And I don't really know why, because he was such a dangerous player. Like him and Fabs were so good together. And then all of a sudden, I think it was the Invitational, they didn't do anything, and then from there I haven't really seen him. Haven't really seen him much. Haven't really seen him much at all.
Again, decent job there.
Fabs and Snacky.
And that will cause a little bit of a halt, at least. We saw Peterbot Poyo. I mean, the fact that they're
Too many Snacky, not enough Pracky.
They understand, hey, this is a team.
Bro, that looks like somebody robbed the place. I won't even lie.
And expect success every time.
Now, Snacky clutched up. Snacky clutched up to even get him to the finals, so. They did it in Surgery, I think, both times.
I'm looking at them more for some day 2 victory royales.
Day 2 action, upper bracket for sure. As they're sitting at 85 points.
Yeah. Ooh, Ozone. That's a really good shot. I feel like Reet and Ritual are just not the same Reet and Ritual that we saw during the qualifiers. Like that break, I feel like, I don't know, they lost their momentum.
Clicks and Veno, I think, are kind of in the same fold
Wait,
right now.
what?
As Reet and Ritual, where it just
No
seems to
reason
be
once so ever to tell me to do that.
slight play that doesn't go their way, and then everything else, it's almost like a dominoes effect.
See, I don't even think that he couldn't keep up with Reet, because he beat Reet on the West. And when Reet first came over with Epic Well, they dudded as well.
Realistically, these teams, they have the prowess to make that Victory Royale push. It's just they need all of the pieces to line up perfectly. And they haven't been able to create those scenarios yet themselves. But again, with the talent that's involved,
I just don't know what this team, I don't know what Yamzo and Tayson have been doing today in terms of Surge.
I also think that they haven't had that success that they were.
Not saying they're the most predictable zones, but man.
We're seeing that a lot from the teams we're tuned in right now. All of these teams are kind of in the middle of the pack right now, in that 80 to 90 points range here.
So, you guys ready for some stats? Let me know if you guys are ready for some stats right now.
Meanwhile, we jump in with Cooper and Kanata.
Some stats that you're not going to find on very many streams. Stat 1, Muzz and Epicwell have arguably been the most consistent team in terms of Storm Surge. They're averaging 660 above the damage threshold in Zone 6, which is the earliest it's been on all day long. On the other side, Bugha and Aviv is just one of 2 NA duos that have not taken a single tick from Storm Surge this season. The only other team is Yapko and Quanti, but they have went down early multiple times already.
Keep in mind, though, Kanata and Cooper, they were the epitome of consistency in last season's semifinal.
Yeah, but, yo, what happened? What happened? Taco?
So, if anything, I definitely don't anticipate them to be a team that struggles at all as far as staying in that upper threshold of the leaderboard, but
What just
finding
happened?
that one Victory Royale game did seem to pose a slight issue for them throughout the semifinals process.
I would love to see Muzzin Epic Will actually win a game right here.
Falcon and Chris, and was taught Storm
This
should
team
try to
right
rotate
here
the end of
has
the
been-
game.
I think the
Arkham fell
surprise
off though.
duo
As soon as Arkham stopped
duos
carrying, he
to
stopped
pop
being
out.
good.
When I saw the
Almost like you
first
gotta love
concept
what you do,
list
right?
of
Weird concept.
potential teams to be,
Weird concept.
Muzzin Epic Will were not paired up with one another, but now seeing them there definitely raises some excitement. For Crispin Noxie here,
Oh, you got to be the
a
most
lot of
biased
critical
Fortnite
tags,
gamer I've ever seen.
opportunities missed. Surely are going to come back to haunt him here as the surge damage is on, which means other teams are looking to get very much active right now.
Bro, you keep bringing up the arrow to the knee, bro. It hurts.
You know, we're seeing
It hurts more than the actual arrow in the knee every time you break it up, bro.
throughout the course of today. Do you think a large
Like they were really gonna let me skip high school and college,
it just makes
the rest of high school, by the way, and college, and just draft me right away. They were ready to change the rules. I was such a special talent.
so highly, it can be very difficult for even our most seasoned teams to keep up. In fact, one of the only
I didn't take a hammer to the face. I'm just normally this ugly.
as far as veteran players are concerned, I should say.
Ooh,
They are
430.
one of
Okay.
just two NA duos that haven't taken a single tick from Surge this season. Yapko and Kwani are the other, but I'm not sure it can necessarily count considering that they have had 3 early eliminations. They've just been out of the lobby so soon that it doesn't necessarily get the
I said that too. You know what I mean? I said that stat too. You know.
that Bugha and Aviv are currently holding on to.
I said that
I was
stat.
going to say it's way more impressive when you have great performances to show for it at the end of that statement. But yeah, surely Bugha and Aviv have done some
Looking
serious
right now,
work.
this
Haven't
is
been
game 4.
talk of the duos
And I'm
yet,
just
but
trying to see right now. Actually, hold on.
this
Hopefully this
actually
doesn't
shows
pop
in their
up
final settings.
on the
when it starts to matter.
screen.
No, other players sometimes they just can't deal with the pressure of a grand finals, or they haven't been there enough times.
Where is it? Okay, right here. Right
Can't
here.
be said for Bugha. Bugha's got what it takes. He's been there.
Ooh, it didn't pop
He's
up on
overcome
screen.
Those hills, overcome those hurdles. Vino and Clicks, the same can be said now as well. There was once a time when Clicks was in
man.
that conversation of he didn't have enough experience, but
Let's
now
see.
he's really grown into his own. And
Oh, no.
he's
Can't
never
find
been
it there. And then the last place I can actually
You
check
were
for what I'm
asking
looking
about,
for
can Clicks and Venom
is
get a Victory
right
Royale in either this lobby or the next.
here, I
And
believe.
I'm not gonna lie, in that loadout that we just
Oh,
saw.
Baja
from
took
Venom's
one.
easily
Mordecai and
this
Rigby
one.
just met their demise.
Baja, quick eliminations onto Mordecai and Rigby.
All right, let's see if this works here. Hold up.
But again, I think Clicks and Veno, they had.
Okay,
nearly
right now, ask me anything. Paper and Victor V are out. Playify and High are out. Bacon and Zukis are out. Vanilla's Convicts out. G Money, Reciprocal, out of this game. Mordecai Rigby, Chimp Psy-Razor, Yapko Quanti, Chris Noxie, Cirque, Zare. Everybody ranked 40 through 46, 48th, 49th, and 50th, which is Kylie, Vert, Pilat, and Snacky, all down.
Seen them get better and better. Last game in particular, they had a little
Well, this
bit
is
of
wrong
angst
because
with-
Snacky's up, actually.
Went for high ground. They could have been in that end game, you know, top 3 for the win.
This
However,
is
they
wrong.
didn't quite connect, so
I'm looking at a wrong list, I guess.
this could be it, but
Unless
Snacky and Mazia have to
it's a
get
list
out.
that's ahead of
A
time.
lot of tags there, but still, it wasn't enough.
50 below,
Surge is
wow.
active. The threshold's online. Iamzo has some weakened walls here. Can they trace him down? It's looking good. That might be.
They can't out-heal this. Please don't try to out-heal this.
Only opportunities. And no one's shooting back. They know this is a solo.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's cutting it close. Yeah, I was gonna say he's cutting it close with that one. Cutting it close with that one.
Of their healing resources, the last medkit already being expended here by
Muzz took out Raze. Reese took out Flicks. 107 below. Ooh, Baka and Pars get spotted out, peeking through the cone. Oh no. They actually ran out of heals. He's passing it all around. His teammate still has a med kit, so he's just trying to give him build. Snacky just needs to run out there right now, but he's trying to save the siphon mats for his teammate as well. Batman Booga out of nowhere. Batman Booga out of nowhere.
His own teammate took him down. I was like, wait, what just happened?
Kanata, Cooper, they run into play of 5. They quickly take him down.
Cooper, 1,000 damage above the surge. But
Muzz and Epic Whale, they're looking good though, at least.
Catching loot. They take down play of 5 and Duo, making it look nice and easy. Muzz and Epic Whale from the deep depths.
Who wins this game right now? Who wins this game? That's what I want to know.
Damage on their sleeves here. Muzz especially has been in the storm a little too long, and they're only
I think Peterbot and Poyo, Pink and Miro, or maybe my prediction again of Kanata and Cooper.
Hey, they do make it.
Let me look at Clicks and Veno and see what their loot's like, and I might pick them. Ooh, Freeze and Taki are down on Surge as well. Freeze and Taki are down on Surge. Uh-oh. That's not good. That is not good.
Better safe than sorry. After all,
They're only on 42 points. And they're way below the threshold when it comes to top 25, I think the league it is.
another duo struggling.
So if they go down here, no placement points. I fear for them, honestly, y'all. I fear for them. I honestly fear for them.
With a couple of nice tags. The question is whether or not they can even isolate a player or a duo in general to find that damage. They're trying to just.
What do you mean? Bolts and Thoric were the final West champions.
Other players will fall around
Bolts and Thoric.
and make it so that this damage threshold turns off entirely. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. They at least have this Slurp
Unless you're talking about somebody else. Maybe I just missed the
a
beginning.
much better lifeline than maybe some of these other teams are dealing with.
Yeah, the biggest mistake they made was actually not look for tags right there. There were so many teams rotating
Yeah,
by them.
261.
They were trying to scramble back and forth.
They have no shields, so one big shot will take these guys down. They got to pick and choose wisely. That's Batman Booga and Rapid down below. They do got to be careful, but they do right now in the same box. Flowberry Fizz trying to get the shield up, but you know as well as I do, you cannot out-heal Surge, especially this late in the game. We talked about how big the thresholds actually have been from 6 zone on. 209 above for Batman Booga and Rapid. They have 3 eliminations so far. Their loot is looking good. They have a lot of material, 6 nitro splashes. They just need to continue to go from point A to point B as good as they actually have so far today. Whole south side of the zone, though, is going to be stacked up. A few teams sprinkled around, and it is going to pull towards the north. Far pull for very, very few players here. Edgy goes down. 181, quickly looking around. Everybody is stacked towards the north side with very little distance to cover for a lot of these guys. Baka and Pars, they're just trying to clear covers in front of them, sneaking around down low on the low ground, maybe trying to catch somebody off guard, but you see they just don't like it just yet. They're not ready to move. They are on the edge already, and it is going to open up in their favor. They really have very, very little to worry about as he looks towards the outside, finds some loot. Reek gets taken down. Miro and Pink standing 10 toes tall. That's Ritual gets taken down as well, so that full team is down and out of this game altogether. 202 points. Miro and Pink have their spot in upper bracket day 2 already secured. It's all about that win for these guys, including Clicks and Veno. But I feel like it's just slightly underperforming here today. But because I said that, they win this game. Trashy gets taken out, flying through the sky. Yamzo and Tayson, much better position this game now that they're not falling low on Surge. But as I said, it was a huge 50 chunk that just went down and out the window. But with teams getting taken down, that's tossed in the threshold. Thrish turned upside down. Taki Fortnite by himself gets spotted out by Yamzo and Tayson, but they're not ready to take that big risk just yet.
21 teams in the game and not a single duo was on high. I think Tayson caught a glimpse at the end there. Like
big elimination there. Baka and Pars both go down. Pump's going to get credit for one of those. This might be the game for the Peterbot and Poyo duo. They have 2 eliminations, maxed up on mats. They have the medallion and the front side of the zone, or at least partially. This could be their chance with everybody forced to move forward. Crash pads rotating, everybody flying through the sky. Pink Miro, they have that front side of the zone already. 790 above the threshold. Ozone goes down to Aviv. They're surviving. They're thriving. If you look at their materials as well, they just need to be very, very careful not to get caught off guard, especially by a team that might be low and down on Surge. Continue to look around. Clicks Veno. 344 above. They've done more than enough to make sure that they don't have to worry about Surge from here on out. Top 18 situation. Placement points are barely starting to press in. 12 so far. A ton more to go. And the halfway point is around that top 10. Cooper, Kanata, they look towards the backside of the zone. They find Scented, but they don't go on that chase. They like where they're at now, already safe in the zone. They know eventually Hound and Scented are going to have to move into them, but they look on the other side. They get another angle, another viewpoint, and they finally find the elimination onto Hound, refreshing, replenishing a lot of their resources throughout this endgame, trying to keep them going strong. As Clicks and Veno, we saw them before struggling just a little bit, but now they've seemed to found their position high above the rest. 518 above the damage threshold. Like I said, very little to worry about. Their strategy pristine up until this point, but they have to be careful because throughout the day, AU and NA included, we saw some late 11th, 12th zone high ground retakes that really caused so much destruction and really have turned the tables in the final moment. So they have to be very, very careful, especially since they have a long fall from the clouds above. Peterbot and Pollo, a team that has consistently contested that high ground, looking like they're fine where they're at for now, is Miro spots a layer that was just a little bit weak. They chop down the high ground. Clicks and Veno, they catch themselves, but now it's a chance to get it overtaken, and I think that's going to be solidified. Clicks and Veno no longer have their position in the clouds, and now they're stuck down low in the mud. They were forced to give it up, but they've reunited a layer a second above that high ground, and they're looking at different opportunities to try to challenge it. Pink and Miro, they're holding on with dear life, trying to make sure that they are the ones in the driver's seat, securing themselves a huge victory royale. But Peterbot and Pollo still alive, NPen as well. Everybody waiting for that perfect opportunity to strike. And I think because they disengage altogether, Miro, Pink, not very many people contesting them to look up as Tayson finally gets dropped. Veno's the one going deep in the storm. They may have moved regions, but they were former teammates nonetheless, now turned foes. Veno getting his revenge. 4 eliminations overall for these guys. They have the medkit. They have the Flowberry Fizz and the Colas, but high ground right now is being fought by Batman Booga, who's just bouncing around with the crash pad. There's only so much he can do. I'm not sure where Rapid is at, but he might be long gone. Who knows? But Batman Booga finds himself positioned below, right into the hands of Virgo, who takes him down. Clicks and Veno, they've been one team to concede that high ground before, but they're ready to take it back, and this time they're ready to take it for good, but they still have to be careful. Peterbot, Pollo, Launchpad, they go straight into the sky, causing destruction. Peterbot dropped to just a sliver of HP, but Veno and Clicks, they made that quick decision. They have to give up. They have to disengage. They no longer have the mats to continue to fight for it, as now Peterbot healing up. Pollo with just a sliver of HP. They need time to heal up. Final 4 teams remaining, one of them being a solo with Pink going out. Threads is gone. 3 teams now into the mix. Well, one of them getting dropped. That's now Clicks left by himself as a solo, trying to do so much, but he runs into both Kanata, Cooper, Peterbot, and Pollo, and now we have our final 2 teams left alive. Flashbacks of the duo Cash Cup. Peterbot and Pollo against Dignitas, Kanata, and Cooper. Up goes Kanata. The trade is out, but now it's a 1v1. Peter drops down, gets the elimination onto Cooper, and they have finally done it. They've sealed the deal. On to the grand finals we go.
But Peterbot, this is all that him and Pollo were waiting for at the end of the day, and they finally find it. Their victory royale in match number 4.
That was an incredible endgame.
All right, we got 2 for 4 so far.
Was almost good from Kanata and Cooper, but the shots trade on both sides, and Peterbot did not hesitate a beat to get the exchanges off. Don't worry, we'll get to watch it back one more time. Look at this right here. Peterbot and Pollo just working through the end game. This started to happen early. This started allowing them to pick up their material counts, and all of a sudden now they were in that running, in the fight for the high ground. And this
we are 2 for 4.
But right here, Kanata goes for
2 for 4 right now.
It just gets deleted, but not before getting the exchange. And Cooper couldn't even see it.
That's crazy.
With a quick, swift justice wins the game there. And Peterbot and Pollo, game 4.
0 for 4.
To the grand finals now, Taco.
And that's looking to be another uncontested team. That Machinist medallion, I think, proving its worth there for Peterbot and Pollo at the very end. But that's what it really all boils down to, MDF, is who's going to be our final team to walk away with that victory round, lobby number 5. We'll find out after this short break.
Bro, please don't start correcting English, because I'll fail the test 10 out of 10. I will fail it 10 out of 10 if we're correcting grammar English, bro. I don't know how to use punctuation to save my life. Order doesn't count, Isaiah. Order doesn't count. Let's see what you actually are right now. Oh, look at your stuff is timed out right now. Let's try to see. Oh my god, you keep typing. You keep typing and resetting where I'm searching. Okay. Oof. Yeah, you got one. You got one. You got one. You got one. Is there any win reactions on screen? I don't think there's any win reactions on screen. Yeah, no win reactions. I haven't seen any yet. Redlining grands, that's it. That's it. What's up, Shadow? What do you mean? What about you? Let me see. What did you predict? Let's see. I don't even. Oh, I gotta keep going up. Dude. Oh, don't. Oh, you typed. You reset it. Today's the 19th. Right here. Okay, let's see. Clicks and Veno. So one. You got one. The Peterbot and Pollo. I think everybody got Peterbot and Pollo. What's up, Proverbs? I think the games are a little bit more exciting on EU. I'll be honest. My prediction, I'm 2 for 4 right now. I got Duke and Sphinx, Peterbot, and Pollo. Right now, I only got Clicks and Veno, Cooper Kanata, and Visual Braids left. So we'll look at the leaderboard. We'll talk who's a lock for upper bracket tomorrow. You know, who's winning predictions. I would say maybe Kyle. Me, obviously, because I'm number 1. And so obviously me. And then Kyle. Right below me. Has NA Comp Report has Braids as well. See, the reason why I thought Braids was going to do better is because the last time we saw Visual and Braids in a set lobby, like a qualifier final lobby for FNCS, and there was 2 different occasions they could have won the game. But it was Peterbot and Pollo that took them down on the high ground in those games. And so I thought we were going to see that here. I thought we were going to see a little bit more of that.
Sometimes when you wish for something so much, it happens. And this all happening in game number 1 on the day. That's crazy. Peterbot and Pollo getting themselves a victory on game number 1. Finally, it happens.
Yeah, finally.
It just takes game number 4.
Finally.
Cool. But man,
in case you guys weren't here and you missed how it happened.
That was the one end game you watched today. Oh,
yep.
My goodness.
Let's watch it. And who knows, but Batman Booga finds himself positioned below, right into the hands of Virgo, who takes him down. Clicks and Veno. They've been one team to concede that high ground before, but they're ready to take it back. And this time they're ready to take it for good, but they still have to be careful. Peterbot, Pollo, Launchpad, they go straight into the sky, causing destruction. Peterbot dropped to just a sliver of HP, but Veno and Clicks, they made that quick decision. They have to give up. They have to disengage. They no longer have the mats to continue to fight for it, as now Peterbot healing up. Pollo with just a sliver of HP. They need time to heal up. Final 4 teams remaining, one of them being a solo with Pink going out. Threads is gone. 3 teams now into the mix. Well, one of them getting dropped. That's now Clix left by himself as a solo, trying to do so much, but he runs into both Kanata, Cooper, Peterbot, and Pollo, and now we have our final 2 teams left alive. Flashbacks of the duo Cash Cup, Peterbot and Pollo against Dignitas, Kanata, and Cooper. Up goes Kanata. The trade is out, but now it's a 1v1. Peter drops down, gets the elimination onto Cooper, and they have finally done it. They've sealed the deal. On to the grand finals we go.
Probably feeling some kind of way right now.
That was the game you might have missed.
I mean, right, the fact that in those final moments, Kanata goes to make a play, right? He goes to crash pad up and...
But like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know my name is Jacob, but I shoot like Kobe. Like, come on, I can rhyme anything, bro. I can rhyme anything.
Cooper goes out immediately.
Kanata and Clix wins the last game. I'm okay with either one, because then I'll get 3 to 5. I don't think it's Clix and Veno, though.
Hey, man, nice try. I would like
I don't think so.
And then just proceed to walk through like the Victor Royale. Just absolutely insane, man. Just wild.
I mean, you gotta tip your hat there to Kanata, because you can see very quick thinking. They had no mats actually on the low ground, so a play ultimately did have.
It's people who take hype, but like Duke and Sphinx won from low ground. Trulex and Chicho won from low ground.
Hit the shot on Pollo, who was already just like so low in HP, and then Peterbot able to clutch it up right there. I mean, who else would you rather have in that situation other than Peterbot?
Honestly, though, Zeke, what you
I almost want to see what
that end game is what
it's
want
like.
to see. We really got a taste
Hold on.
of what the grand
what am I looking at?
Like. We had Miro and Pink, Clix and Veno, Peterbot and Pollo, right?
Oh,
like
Sphinx.
there was just so many of these competitors that we know are
Look
going
at
to
this.
be the
Bam. That's a
fighting it out in those final moments of the game. It was
Let's check out Sphinx real
everything
quick.
I want to see and more. And speaking of what I want to see and more, Pink and Miro currently sitting in 5th place. Kanata and Cooper right below them. There's
They actually ended in 14th after yesterday. That is crazy scenes.
And that's some good news, because although they haven't been
Sphinx and
performing
Pump played a little
necessarily
bit.
well, Clix and Veno were kind
11th.
of, teetering on the edge of having to go into the
Ritual
lower
and Sphinx.
bracket.
Yeah.
Pollo and Sphinx.
Really, honestly, this Clix kind of went back to like his old roots right here, right? Something that me and Kelly used to talk about all the time, taking higher ground early. But I'm not gonna lie, like this game I was like, oh wow, they have so many mats. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for higher ground early right now. And sure enough, they did during Tensode. And I was like, oh nice, like I like that play. And wow, yeah, I mean there was just so much pressure.
Shadow.
From the
Okay.
like Pink and Miro on them that their match just ended up getting the.
Okay, I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see, you know.
Ended up not being able to hold the high ground as a result, but still somehow.
Season Jack to clutch up.
Like the negatives of their high ground taken when they went ahead and did it, still clutched up 3rd place. So that's great to see.
What is the threshold right now? Go down to the next page, please.
I want to see them in our top
Go
10,
down to the next page.
Our top 20, because that means that they're going to be going into the upper bracket tomorrow. But
Okay, it's 110 at least. One more page then. Go to the next page after this one.
That means that arguably the best POI.
The next page after this one. Let's go.
I wonder which duo is going to be moving.
94 for Noxie and Chris. 94 is the cutoff right now.
Would you believe? I don't know. It could be anyone, really.
Uh-oh.
I mean, yeah, technically it could be anyone. Maybe we'll see 4 duos try and land over there. Bucky already left Grim Gate, so maybe they're going to try and land Redline Rig. It'll be interesting to see.
See, that it was completely different on EU though. That's the thing. That's the thing. If you watch the games on EU,
need to find yourself some early
okay, what is this?
Slurp cacti, get a lot of sturge damage in, and
Spray into the
take
bush.
high ground around 11 zone.
Dead side rotation. Don't go for high into 11th zone, and just hope you have enough builds.
Actually.
Magic number 11. Magic number 11. One final ride here. Victor Royale or bust. This is game number 5 of the FNCS.
Spray into the bush.
And you know what? I'm thinking Quanti might make the move there. Blaheim mixing the pressure, kind of real, Taco.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a bit dastardly for
Huh.
Baja and Mixon down at Research.
That's what I'm feeling, Proverbs. Like,
It's definitely a little bit more backs against the wall effort if they're going to want to try.
nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Move along. Nothing to see here, folks. Come on. Keep traffic moving. We can't cause a fire hazard here. Just keep it moving. We didn't see nothing. We didn't see nothing.
Teams here. The Victor Royale it's in the air. We saw
Move along.
So many other teams already punched their ticket to the grand finals, and unfortunately, only
They
of
sure-
all the bulk of the few that have done it.
I mean, no, I can't. Every single person on the broadcast is talented, so.
We'll just have to see what's going to happen here.
Every single person on the broadcast
In
is
the lobby
talented.
is going to change things a lot, right? So Pink and Miro have a chance, of course. Taste and Yamzo. We might just see that same.
If I could pick any situation, I would love to cast with Levin at a global championship. That would be my #1 favorite thing. But Levin's not even casting.
Definitely so excited to see who our final victory royaler of today is.
I want to see who's going Redline Rig.
But a small discussion we were kind of having during that little analyst deck summit taking place, MDF. I actually do feel like this would be Clix and Veno's prime opportunity to try and walk away with a win here, because if you really dial it back to the last couple of lobbies, one of the notable features that I couldn't help but take note of is the fact that they were encountering
Trying to see right now, but like
in that mid game, usually around 4th, 5th, 6th zone.
okay, this NA comp reporters was looking. I was trying to see the open spots on the map right now. So who all won games right now? Peterbot and Poyo. So Red Line is open. Brawler's Battleground is open. I mean, the middle map was never really open, but that's open. Bryson Bolts' spot is open. That's 4 right there. 4 decent spots are open.
Out of the lobby, they might not necessarily have to worry about that.
Yeah, Peterbot and Poyo, of course, are a huge threat to any team. And I was wrong. Quanti's still here. Landing, fighting against Mixon and Blaha.
It's not fair, though. I can tell the future.
The threat.
I can tell the future in every direction unless it benefits me. Then I can't tell the future.
And Quanti and Japco are really fighting for it because
Oh, they're consolidating all the loot. They're consolidating all the loot. This is an all or nothing situation for Quanti and Yapko because they need about, what was it? Let me look real quick. 94 points right now, right? And you got to think it is 65 points for the, well, no, it's winning you're in. So then minus, I think it's like 61 or 50 something points for the win and 4 points per elimination. Quanti and Yapko don't have big elim games, so it's basically make it to the end game, top 2, or you're going to lower bracket if you're Quanti and Yapko. And that puts a lot of pressure on a fight like this, because if you look at Mixin, you look at Blaha, they made a little bit more effort with the games that they have played. They're at 116 right now.
Has ever said Nick A30's line on there. I expect that maybe from Zeke. But Taco just pulled it fast.
There's no way on the first one. I mean, technically, you were the alley-ooper. Technically.
That is true. That is true. Well, here we have a game.
Oh, finally, Batman, Booga, and Rapid. Oh, they win this game. They win this game. Batman, Booga, and Rapid win this game. We're all wrong now. We're all wrong, essentially.
In form. They're in tip-top shape. We're seeing it.
Because right now, Batman, Booga, and Rapid are in 7th in consistency. Hard to see where they would actually be. But right now, in the games, they have a 7th, 6th, a 45th, and a 7th. Can you call Grams from lower bracket? Only on Sunday. 15 teams will qualify to grand finals from lower bracket on Sunday. Otherwise, 35 slots are from the upper bracket.
Nowhere near as much as some other teams that have been dealing with it so far today, but
he tried it though. He tried it though. He tried it though.
No time with the cleanup crew, and now Grimgate.
What's good, Fishy? I'll just draw a hat hanging.
And Rapid in this final lobby here today.
Oh, that was nice. Okay. And then he instantly grabs the body, bro. Is that a controller thing?
Now it's all down to whether or not they can find Tony.
Tony's gone, bro. I feel bad for Tony. He has no chance. He has no chance. I don't care. He has no chance.
Tony, he's just gonna full send it. Gets a big chag.
Still, I don't. See, I told you.
That's gonna be his green light to go.
I can see the future. Ask me anything in Fortnite, in this game, in this game. Being lower Sunday might be an advantage. No, 100% is not an advantage being in lowers.
Kind of territory. Rebels Roost completely clear now.
Being uppers, top 25 on the leaderboard qualifies. So half the lobby qualifies in upper bracket. Day 3.
That's going to change the way this game's going to play out. We've already seen what happens when the zone's too south. Right? With the storm.
They are literally just chasing this. And this, now that Veno's going deeper in the zone, he's gone. Clicks, you better get the reboot card, brother. Yapko took down Mixon on the other side of the map as well.
Midnight Oil here. Paco and Tekka are hot on his heels here. Clicks has to come into the rescue. Vino's base down in metal. Shots come from above. Paco backs off.
Clicks out of nowhere. Papers down. Out, probably.
Might not have gone their way at all. And look, attention on the map from the outskirts. There's another duo looking inwards, trying to figure out if whether or not they can put their perspective in on this. And it might be Taco that gets Paco that gets
he said Taco.
T's and P's and Taco, and I'm just mixing names, but
yeah, I'm right. Don't worry.
Right now.
Bro, that's funny, bro. I remember during the Invitational, Sammy and Ketty, I said that. Ketty and Sam, or what was it? Yeah, Ketty and Sammy.
Part of the risk involved with how Clicks and Veno like to play their early game strat is very split apart. So it was only
Aviv and Booga.
Before a team like Vorteca and Paco.
Aviv and Booga right now are in 16th place, 120. You got to think they're guaranteed upper bracket. So they really have nothing to lose other than the win itself.
Those moments where their early game strategy is just kind of put on a slight hold, and whether or not that comes back to haunt them, we'll have to wait.
Not that last one.
So many teams though, kind of just lurking.
Not that last one. Blessing in disguise, maybe. Moving in and out of the builds. But what else are you gonna be doing, bro? How about slithering in and out of the builds? You know what I'm saying? And then what else? Fruition is new. No, Fruition is new. I refuse to believe. But I don't always listen to myself, so maybe on my personal stream I've been saying it more. When it turns to FNCS, it's new.
Duo together since they are one of our newly formed duos in upper bracket here.
Oh, Craze and Oliver.
Also just trying to figure out where they feel best playing that early.
I like it. I like it. Obviously, I may not agree with everything, but I like it because I think it helps. Like I said, it'll be like, nah, I like what I said, or it'll be like, yeah, no, I could have said that differently.
Matters too. This ain't 1v2, right? Aminish is already down. Oliver OG just going ape, trying to jump in the box here, getting a little crazy.
Oh, he didn't get the res though.
And Cam puts up an excellent defense. Now he's trying to break his way through the walls here. Does have to be careful though, not to overdo it this time around. And there it is. He starts to slow things down, playing slow and steady into the box. Of these
Cam knows he's not going to win the revive trade, so Cam has to fight this.
This level of
oh no! Somebody else came out of nowhere. There's another team on top of this building or something. Another person came out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure. I thought I heard it. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard it. Yep. There is a whole either a player or a team. Somebody's here. It's a whole nother team.
That much more uncomfortable. Just that little teeny bit of uncomfortable. And am I really going to just win this outright? Because you want to force that.
I try so hard to impress. That's the thing. People don't realize. Like,
one of the newer players, I think, to this.
Maybe I don't. I don't know. I think that's what's best about me, especially in person. I'm so like I'm dumb that I'm funny and don't even know it. But it's if I try to be funny, stale. Oh, nice. Hit shot by Baka. He's just stuck, bro. He's like in that little cubby under the house right now. Noah and Liam. See you in the lower bracket tomorrow. And I would be pretty confident that Noah and Liam's tournament might end tomorrow.
And they're just trying to create a stronghold right now. Bucky and Okus are there in the background. Yamza and Tayson leave this mess as well, and Yamza's going way into the storm right now. He wants to.
Yeah, he needs the reboot. Don't. Oh, he shouldn't have done it. He should have saved it. Should have saved it on the way back.
But this is all valuable time lost that could have potentially.
And they lost their storm surge from Tayson. All the storm surge that Tayson had, they lost it. Oh. All the storm surge out the window.
But at the very least, they do have those slow cactuses to depend on.
Oh, well, that's how they got the first ones. Really caught him off guard.
For Tayson and Yamzo, excellent patience, the stealth play just too
Yikes.
powerful at times, and Tayson had no chance.
Oh my God! Now you're just putting pressure. You said you come to expect greatness day in and day out, bro. This isn't in and out, bro. I'm gonna slip up one. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you
Rapid and Batman Booga.
keeping me on my toes.
So far, so good. Material count should be up and running here.
So I believe the broadcast might be trying to focus in on the teams they think are going to get a win.
Or some late rotates from players like Rapid and Batman Booga there. Jump into the other side. We have Kanata and Cooper.
Man, that last game, Peterbot and Pollo are the first NA duo to win an upper bracket day one in multiple majors. And that last game with Clicks, Veno, Peterbot, Pollo, Kanata, Cooper, Pink, and Miro was basically everybody battling it out and placing first through fourth.
Not with a lot of elimination, so clearly it's off the back.
And the trend is new duo wins a game in game one, returning duo win a game in game two, new duo in game three, returning duo in game four, which means maybe a new duo wins here in game five.
Stress on their damage. They haven't had stress.
And no EU player or team has won a game today. So let's shut down that hype, dude. NA greater than EU.
And you know,
NA.
very impressive performances, because they're not a team that has the luxury of being able to depend.
Might have spoke too soon.
For their early surge strategy.
We can still get a Kanata and Cooper win.
Outskirt positions on the map towards the west side, especially that north.
Visuals, Braids. We got a couple NA teams that can still get a win. I'll settle for Clicks and Veno for prediction's sake, but oh, they're gonna crash pit over. Or maybe just move on over. They don't necessarily have to crash pad.
To how seasoned they are and how well they
Zone is pulling over. So right now in this situation where I thought they were going to push on over, they're making that conscientious decision with Zone pushing over. Do we make sure to hold down and get a good spot in Zone? Do we have enough surge? Or do we fight that fight? And it did look like they were going to try to fight it. A little bit more surge, get them a much better situation, especially with Zone coming over. But I was definitely wrong, obviously.
Or where they were coming from, but they are back here in the storm, as are so many.
They heard the launch pad, or they heard the reboot, which is why they went back there. They heard the reboot, so they went back there. NA over EU, I agree.
Imagine he hit the ramp edge off the flaming boost too.
But I feel like I had more fun watching EU. I won't even lie.
Shadow taking shots while he was in the storm, by the way. Not sure if that was the wisest move, given.
I had more fun watching the games in EU. I felt like they were just more willing to risk it in a sense. Did he buy more medkits? Does he have the patch-up machine? What's the gold? What's the gold sitch? Oh, he just got slammed, bro. He got slammed. Like, Mark Henry just came and hit him with the world's strongest slam. Oh, no. Curly's there. Shadow can't build there, so he can't really get Virgo back. Teammate's still there. Shadow takes another shot, trying to go into zone now. It's only a one tick, and he does have two med kits. And depending on the gold situation, he could hit the patch-up machine. Clicks did him bad? What do you mean? Looking around, Yapko, Quanti are just to the right of them. Curve and Tyler are in front of them. I'm surprised you can't see them with a thermal in the bush.
He shot at this team first. He kind of gathered their attention before they got into the zone and healed up.
Raising Curly got to be, I would say, got to be careful there. Even though they're separated by not a lot, it's just enough to where a team can jump on you.
Great fight, to say the least. Jumping on over to the Rift Island. We haven't tuned in with too many.
Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
How'd you make it talk to me? I still don't even know how that happens. Yo, Clicks took down Visuals. One of my predictions taking down another one of my predictions. Making it harder for me to get my predictions.
Being left vacant since Peterbot and Pollo got their victory royale in game 4, but Peterbot and Pollo were also consistently making plays for Rift Island. We saw I think, at least 2 matches where Peterbot had that mythic hand cannon in his loadout.
Grim Gates. There is a fire pit towards his right that he can use if it's not already used. But he's obviously going the other direction, just trying to get as much resources as possible. He did get his teammate back up, so he probably split loot. Or at least the materials.
I wasn't even sure if he had the reboot card, but it does seem like...
No, pop it. What are you doing? Or maybe he's saving it for Miro. What does that even mean? Clicks made him Sif.
There's a lot to continue to play out for that team right now. They're going to be one of the few that are going to be very much below the surge.
Ooh, okay.
Not as if it even turns on, because the lobby is continuing.
Yeah, 68 players left alive. That means it's not going to turn on. Let me look at my list here. It's not going to turn on until 5th zone. And if it dips below 60, it's 7th zone. Or 6th zone. If this zone, I believe, closes, Storm Surge is going to turn on.
And when you consider that they start super southeast at Research Rock,
Like a snozberry. It tastes like snozberries. 42 below, Blaha Mixin. Talking about, like, they're actually able to do a little bit with their games, but this game, because they didn't actually take down Quanti and Yapko, they don't have as much surge as they had in some of these other games. Everybody kind of doing the same rotation. Reet taking down Paco. All these surge towers that they have to watch out for. Trying to double check, triple check. Like Santa Claus is naughty niceness. You got to check it off. That tower's clear. That tower's clear. Paco's already down. Death and Edgy moving in. Nice flank. Vorteca is long gone. And now they got some mythic loot to go around.
Taking quick care of Paco. And Vorteca.
Dude, he doesn't even know what he's grabbing right now.
Now I find myself almost mixing Paco and Tekka's name to say Taco again. It's so silly. I gotta get that out of my...
Alright, this is the time right now for Edgy and Ackerman. A.K.A. Death. Where's Ackerman even come from? I don't know.
I just gave myself a random tongue twister. Never had it fully developed on broadcast. There it is.
First time for everything.
Reet and Ritual just towards the outside. They do have medkits, so they are going to be able to get their HP up. But Baha Mixin are now getting active surge on them.
They are below. They come out the zone.
Seen them deal with it.
Yeah, this is like early qualifier 1. They had
Oh no.
This is the first time we're seeing it.
No.
You can see whenever they are having
They didn't get the elims. I'm Quani and Yapko. That's the problem. They split loot and didn't get any elims.
A lot of teams definitely tend to struggle because it just becomes so obvious whenever a team is struggling with those Storm Surge ticks, because
I think I remember which spot you're talking about where he did jump the... Just kind of went ahead. Edited the cover and peeked around instead of letting him drop down into the builds. Noxie and Chris on the outside. Zone is opening up. They have the big advantage here, but they are going to stagger themselves back just a little bit. That way they can look, get a little bit more shots in Surge. 59 players still left alive. It needs to drop down to 50. And then even after that, 10 more players need to drop down to 40. So Storm Surge is going to be active, I do believe, from here on out in the rest of the game.
Pan out 100% in their favor with finding the consistent eliminations that they have been against Yapko and Quanti.
Take a look at Yamzone tasting with a big rotate right here. I'm actually surprised they even took to the sky.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
The base is being built all around them.
Double med kits. They have the Flowberry Fizz, so Yamza could get up to 100 shield, 100 HP. What's up, Cloudy? Did you watch EUF and CS at least?
It's Freeze on the left side, Booga and Aviv on the right.
Sky and Scroll, if that's who you're talking about. Miro goes down again. Storm Surge is now active. Oof. He has to save as much of that HP as possible.
Only a win can do that. And 165 below, you're seeing what happens when you're worrying about saving your team and trying to just,
because he had to get Miro back up, they had to refarm. They staggered so far back into zone. This is exactly what happens. Now he's getting tagged up, can't continue to build, can't protect himself, and finally Flix just drops in, takes him down. Him and Pilot are going to be the ones that end up with all that loot, and you saw many big pots. Maybe not the best of materials, but you got a lot of big pot opportunities, shields to get back up to tip-top shape.
Considering that they are a team first to drop towards that northern side of the map and all these southern
Kanata Cooper, Edgy Death, Cease and Jack, Cam and Diminish. A lot of juggernauts here. How much longer? This is our last game. And we're halfway through, so maybe 10 minutes left in this game or so.
Now they're just trying to see if they can maybe have that strong pop-off.
92 above. Cam and Diminish still looking for opportunities all around. Even though they're above on Surge, they know it's not a feeling of confidence, especially with 9 players needing to go down. So when Storm Surge activates, I feel like it's going to be active from this zone into the next. Clicks and Veno. Off to the side.
It's going to be tough bidding if you don't have
Trying to do as much as they can here. Especially using that mountain, that natural elevation to their advantage. And other teams boxed up all around it as well. All of them focusing Kanata Cooper in this situation, making it harder and harder for them to try to survive. Kanata doesn't even have HP, so he doesn't even have time to do that, and a lot of the builds are being expended. In goes Walkers, in goes Mason, and this is where it's really going to get tough for either one of these two guys to try to survive because Veno is still putting pressure. Walkers and Mason went in and they immediately disengaged. They didn't like what they saw, and they took too much damage, but with Storm Surge being active, Kanata is going to be the one that goes down. So who's going to get the last laugh at the end of the day? Who knows? Ooh, I feel bad for Cooper now. Really stuck by himself, forced to reposition, going up over these builds, out and around. Even got Trashy, who took a huge monster of a shot, dropped down to very little HP as Veno's still on the hunt, trying to figure out where Cooper's at. He's building double layers to try to protect himself. It's in metal as well, and I think Veno knows that, which is why he's going to slow things down just a little bit.
They might know something everybody else don't.
Beating Ritual. Taki and Freeze right across. And that's going to be a nice down on the Zukis.
You have to rotate that way, so they start exhausting the material on that duo in.
Nice little sacrifice there. Bugha and Aviv taking the slow road out towards the side.
Sure, they didn't get the elims or the refresh, but they got exactly what they wanted, and that was the
Hey, Bugha and Aviv right now, if they get a refresh,
and the pressure of them sitting on top of
probably best case scenario. Reet and Ritual rotating just underneath. They're trying to get the Troll Toe underneath the bridge. Bugha and Aviv could win this. I'm actually feeling so confident for Bugha and Aviv to win this game. They're on the side of the mountain. They're really good on mats. They have a cola. They have 2 fizzes to get their shield up. They don't need Surge. But hey, don't let me speak too soon. Don't let me speak too soon.
I mean, this is what, like, our first truly northern polling zone here today, so it's no surprise that we're seeing
Crisp Noxy. They have good elims, but it's not about elims, but they're trying to chop down Baka and Pars, and I think Baka heard that one coming. Drops back towards the outside of the zone. Cooper left by himself. We knew that. Kanata went down, and 131 below the damage threshold. Do believe he needs to drop to about 24 or so players. Could be wrong, though. It could be 30, and the next zone moves to 24. Either way, he's below the Surge threshold. I don't think that's going to get any better no matter what that number is. Baka, Pars there, high up on that mountaintop. Really don't have to look around just yet. Another team is right in front, but Baka go ahead and clears that elevation. Makes sure that nobody really has a chance to contest them just yet. And as Monster's saying, Zone 9 is really, really early. But luckily for them, Peterbot and Poyo no longer in this lobby. And that is the biggest threat for anybody to retake that high ground at a moment's notice, especially this late in the game. Clicks and Veno, they're trying to go through unnoticed on the low ground. Very, very different than how they played, not only today, but in scrims and what they practiced. They're trying to make sure to adapt as the games go on. We have seen a few teams in different regions win from the low ground, and they're just trying to copy that recipe for success. As Bugha, Aviv, 3 eliminations split between the two. Very, very healthy when it comes to materials. Even if they drop down for that quick moment, it wastes no time just climbing their way on back up. Noxy, Chris, they set their eyes on the prize, and that's the elevated position above. They're trying to drop down both Baka and Pars into the palm of their hands, but that opportunity has come and gone. They triple layer protected themselves, but now Pars is dropping down low. He's just trying to reconnect towards the front side of the zone, making it easier for him and Baka to try to survive. And now that he's done it, he's looked towards the front side of the zone. Now he's just trying to get shots. He does have that red line rig loot, which could deal a ton of damage in a short burst. And there's really nobody able to contest them just yet. And that first team that does, going to be Noxy and Chris. They get cut short, coned off. They get denied entry into the club. Baka and Pars, they have now had a sigh of relief saying, whew, this team is no longer able to contest us. All we got to do is seal the deal here in the end. As things come crashing down, Walkers gets dropped. Chris and Noxy get sent back to the Shadow Realm. But Veno is no longer in sight. But now we see him backside of the zone, taking so much damage, trying to get all that loot, bring it forward for him and Clicks to try to survive. 216 points. They do not care because they know their upper bracket spot is secured. It's all about that victory royale, and you see them layer by layer by layer elevating themselves above all this mess that is down below, and that's going to increase their chances. Cooper by himself for a couple of zones finds a quick elimination on the Craze, but Aviv steals away that loot, brings it back home to him and Booga. Top 5 situation. A couple of solos left in the game, sprinkled on over. One of them Clicks on the high ground. Shades of EU, where Malabuka was virtually unnoticed in the biggest moment of them all. Can Clicks not only repeat that type of success, but one-up it and actually qualify for the grand finals? Nobody really has a chance to look up at him. And Aviv and Booga, the only strong duo down below. They're forced to go against 3 different solos, and a couple of them are already fighting it out right above. Aviv is taking that as an advantage, and he's shooting up, trying to force them down into the palm of the hands, making the elimination come easy, and they finally get the edit. A Minish no longer you can play hide and seek. No more games because they are over. Booga and Aviv are here. 2 different solos now. Clicks is going to drop down, tries to land a good shot onto Booga. That's going to find very narrow success, but he does find Cooper, takes him down, trying to get the refresh, but it is all but over as Aviv and Booga drop him into the palm of the hands and qualify for the NA Grand Finals. Woo!
Waiting to strike, and this duo will finally find their victory royale in lobby number 5.
Yeah, Clicks didn't waste any time. He was like, you know what, Cooper, if you're not going to jump in, I'm going to. And he tries to find an opportunity there onto Booga and Aviv. But just like that, Booga and Aviv win that game, and they go straight to grand finals. You cannot count this team out.
What were Booga and Aviv in before? Booga and Aviv were...
The highlights here, of course. Marching their way
before that game started, where were they?
Absolutely well.
16th place. 120 points when that game started.
Makes it that much more difficult. And in the end, the big Aviv and Booga win the game there. Congratulations to them. They're going straight to the grand finals. No more uppers or lower brackets in sight for them. And instead, they get to celebrate today. And we'll see them next week, Taco.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's...
All right, now let's see who goes to lower bracket. Who goes to upper bracket?
And Kelly have a lot to say as far as everything that took place here today. So that's
going
to do it from us, MDF and Mez Taco. Had an excellent time watching all 5 of these matches.
This felt like it was just as long as a 6-game series. This felt just as long as a 6-game series, though. This is almost 8:30.
Number 5, get themselves the victory royale. It happens once again.
Booga, man.
I don't do it as well, but man, this.
What happened with Muzz and Scented? What do you mean?
The game we got like not that long ago, right? We had
it was a troll. Scented was trolling with Muzz.
Solo riders having to fight off Booga and Aviv in this situation. For Cooper and like Clicks, if they had just
and Clicks stays upper. I mean, Clicks does stay uppers. We saw the points.
But these guys are in the driver's seat, right? They just had to hold on. Eventually, you have to come.
Next upper bracket tomorrow starts at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. tomorrow.
And now we've got our spot in the grand finals.
What's awesome is, you know, we just had that duo cash cup yesterday, right? That set love, and we were kind of looking.
Muzz and Epic Well, Scented and Hound.
Peterbot and Pollo won 4 of them, but the other 2 games, one was won by Dukes and Sphinx, who, of course, we saw get a victory route earlier, and then Booga and Aviv.
I don't get. I really don't get how I predict Duke and Sphinx, but then I get almost everything else wrong.
Game here today in upper bracket, which I think is just so cool.
I just don't understand.
I could tell that
I
Buga
just
and
don't
Aviv were
understand.
on something else in that game. It was around zone 8, zone 9 that we just saw this super clean rotate from Buga and Aviv, skirting around the edge of zone and finding themselves to be able in the front of everyone else, able to look back, get great tags, and they're just such a well-rounded duo.
Who was well with before?
Reason,
Threats? Yeah, he was with Threats, and then before that, obviously, Clicks. But at the beginning of the season, there was, like, Epic Will and Muzz rumors, but they never came to be.
Over Peterbot and Poyo, but Buga and Aviv are clearly here to stay. I mean, they
Peterbot did over 8,000 damage today and didn't even play every game. Cooper, the second highest, then Threats, then Baka, then Aviv.
Cannot wait, but we're not done, right? We still have tomorrow.
Wow.
We still have Sunday as well to fill out those spots going to the grand finals. Let's take a look at the standings. How did this kind of all unfold? And just as a reminder, who made
All right, top 25. Top 25.
One went to Sphinx and Dukes. Game number 2 to Bolton Bryce. Game 3 was.
What do you mean, did I see what happened to Cooper? We watched it all, I think.
Buga and Aviv get the last one on the day. Now remember, we're looking
This
at
is something else.
top 25. It is basically top 20, so to speak. Just ignore the top 5. Let's put it that way.
All right, Batman Booga Rapid made it in. Yamzo, Tayson, Oliver. Oliver made uppers again, bro. Ooh, Curve and Tyler. No Freeze, no Taki, no Zukis, no Bacon, Playify, Har, Mason, Walkers, Lawrence, Ozone. None of them are making it in.
And we had some big names there as well. Of course, everyone is going to be looking to Mr. Savage and Mongrel, who grabbed for their first 3 games 3 victory royales.
Yep, Savage and Mongrel. We're going to see them tomorrow.
Way to start off your lower bracket run.
We're going to see them tomorrow.
We're getting just stupid amounts of eliminations, which is something that you would expect of that echelon of a team, especially in open lobbies, especially when
We'll take a look at the leaderboard for lowers as well and see what teams we're going to see get in here as well.
So that's something that we could expect out of that duo.
Yeah, I'm like side-eyeing the lower bracket leaderboard right now, and Acorn and Cold have quite a lead over the rest of the lobby. But then,
yeah, we're gonna look at that. Don't worry.
Quite well with those 3 victory royales, and
we're gonna look at that. Don't worry.
Hey, listen, we had all the teams that won a game yesterday in the Duo Cash Cup Finals. While these teams winning,
You did tell us Savage and Mongrel.
Today, like Mongrel and Mr. Savage, maybe tomorrow.
I'm ready to be wrong.
Royale and qualify for grands.
All right, so nobody went perfect today. The best we had was a 3 out of 5 by Kyle. So tomorrow we'll try a new way to do the predictions game and make it a little bit easier. We'll make it a little bit easier. Critic, thank you so much, man.
Everyone thought that they were going to get that win.
You know what I mean?
They were so close so many times.
I try.
But tomorrow is a new day.
Know what
it
I'm
is
saying?
5 more opportunities
Sheesh.
for our duos to be able to get victory royales. But also, they're going to have some new duos come and they have to face, and that's going to shake things up a lot.
I'll go 5 of 5.
The big question mark on our mind, right? It's like,
Does Booga make it to finals and Savage don't? You better be here tomorrow watching it with us then, Cloudy. You cannot be making all these statements and don't show up.
Now you've got 25 new duos coming in. Maybe you went from uncontested to full con by like 3 different duos. Everything changes for this top 25. So how do they kind of bring that into tomorrow?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, check the lower bracket right now. Let's check the lower bracket. We'll just do a quick refresh. 107 eliminations. First with 22, fourth with 27, and then a first with 27. Mongrel and Savage starting off 3 for 3, but still getting a second and a third as well. Who else? Who else? D-Link, Antonio, Herc, Willis.
And I definitely think with that preparation, a lot of our duos
CR from the Wick.
making it from upper bracket 1 to upper bracket day 2.
Nut, Cyrus, Gord, Blizzard. This guy was Dude, this is the guy that was beating me in those zone wars today. He dropped the nuke. Dork and Chris. Blake and Macwood. Finally, Seek and Dash. Alex and Worthy. Nerfface and Osid. Okay. Stifferoony. Tavern and TK. Ziggy and Phenom, Naves, Commander K. Spotify was just out. Spotify was just out by 6 points. Our boy Spotify was out by 6 points.
Thank you guys so much. As always, until tomorrow, we love you. Keep yourself safe out there, rather. And we'll see you on that battle bus.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. Bolts and Bryce. Nice, 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 nice. Tax and Dash are inside of the top 30 for lower bracket. And Pence playing maybe Angly. Oof, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. How'd you guys like today's stream? How'd you guys like today's stream? Big W, Big W. Okay, even though you slept in Cloudy, I'll let you pass for that one. All right, somebody getting mad at you. What's up, bro? What's up, Aiden? Love you, brother. Long time no see. Long time no see. But I have to get off. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I got to relax. I got to chill for the rest of the night. Tomorrow we got EU semifinals day 2. Make sure you guys watch that one. Today was actually phenomenal, the cast. I had the time of my life. And then we went on over to NA on this stream. And we're able to pop off and have some fun. So once again, I appreciate you guys. I know you guys could have been anywhere else in the world. You guys could have been anywhere. You guys could have been watching the Fortnite broadcast, Aussie Antics. You could have been watching anybody that you wanted. So I appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in and spending the day with me. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys so much. And until next time, adios. Based on the craze, but Aviv steals away that loot, brings it back home to him and Bugha. Top 5 situation. A couple of solos left in the game, sprinkled on over. One of them clicks on the high ground. Shades of EU, where Malibuca was virtually unnoticed in the biggest moment of them all. Can Clix not only repeat that type of success, but one-up it and actually qualify for the grand finals? Nobody really has a chance to look up at him. And Aviv and Bugha, the only strong duo down below. They're forced to go against 3 different solos, and a couple of them are already fighting it out right above. Aviv is taking that as an advantage, and he's shooting up, trying to force them down into the palm of the hands, making the elimination come easy, and they finally get the edit. A Minish no longer you can play hide and seek. No more games because they are over. Bugha and Aviv are here. 2 different solos now. Clix is going to drop down, tries to land a good shot onto Bugha. That's going to find very narrow success, but he does find Cooper, takes him down, trying to get the refresh, but it is all but over as Aviv and Bugha drop him into the palm of the hands and qualify for the NA Grand Final.